Green, green, green. You're experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session.
over the course of Bathurst, like, yeah, it won't feel like a lot, but it's, with flat shifting, it's about 3 tenths of a second faster across the line.
tires like screaming out in pain. I don't know when else to set a time now.
Set a time.
Goes for 15 minutes though, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just like trying to watch.
Still on the pit.
Yep. He hasn't moved.
He should be using it to practice. Does he not know it's an open qualifying?
I should have. I'm not even on a setup that anywhere near relates to this fucking thing.
Oh, really?
I'm on a line rock setup. Good job, man.
Don't tell me you're being bastard out. I can't even get you come set down.
I mean, to be fair, it's a... I mean, it's kind of the same about it. Turn 1 and 2 are fairly similar to line up in a way. So,
Yeah.
except line up's probably very right-hand biased. So,
It's like this.
yeah. I mean, line up has one left turn and has one left turn. So, classic line
It has a really that way.
By the way. I actually would like to see if I go faster in this fucking thing. It's so funny. I don't think I will, but... See, wait, oh shit, I need to... There we go. Change my screen color to red. Shit, first. But I just make it gray if shit's close. So that when I crash, and then I realize my ultimate is shit. So I'll come back to iRacing or I'll go to AMS2. Maybe, even fucking better, I'll go to Forza Motorsport. That sounds like more of a...
I got it.
He fucking did it. He fucking beat me.
That was, you guys were talking, I'm like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my god, so drive.
Watch Trainer pull a fucking 27 out of his ass. Sorry, 37.
27? What kind of
37.
fucking insane immortal do you think I am?
An insane immortal.
I'm not that good. Man. Shit.
My optimal, my fastest are pretty much bang on.
Shit. I fucked it. I absolutely fucked it. Alright, we go again. Try to. When these things die, it just feels so nice. And I never thought I would ever say anything good about a Formula car, but here we are.
You get on the power so early for that right hand uphill.
I know. Oh shit. Fuck. That'll do it. Just.
I was 2 tenths up. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I would have had you too. No!
Oh shit.
Oh, that's annoying. That is so annoying. I would have done it.
Oh, Cooper's straight on the grid. You just didn't fucking qualify. Alright. I see how it is. Great.
Oh,
Waiting on the final car to grid.
I don't.
Oh shit, I forgot, sorry. I'm currently in Discord.
Currently get an iRacing.
Sorry.
It's currently eating spam.
I ate all my spam, alright? Shut the fuck up. It was delicious. I had half a can and I'm stuffed.
Everyone's gridded.
Half a can.
Hello,
Why
hello.
not a whole can.
Don't be
What's
mad if
good?
I crash on you guys.
Alright.
Green, green, green. Right side. Clear on the right.
Damn, that was a tight pump. Jesus.
Is that cool?
Left side. Clear.
Yeah.
It's in this fucking turret.
Yeah, I know.
went all the way, but he's on my ass. Shit. Like that. No, that was actually fine. That was fine. But he's still on my ass.
Get out of it.
Slow car ahead.
Gonna squeeze you in there.
Oh. I can't see with my wheels on.
Oh, we almost got him.
Jesus Christ.
Oh shit.
That was kind of funny. So I can get the draft behind me if you'll catch up.
Oh no, Trainer, I missed my braking markers. Next turn at the end of the straight. Oh no, the braking point. It's the next corner. That's still 300 meters away. Oh no.
If I could just flash my lights right now. Roses are red, violets are blue. You see this triple 20? I'll hit it for you, and then just gets the fucking hole on it. It's like, shit. It's such a British accent too. It's like, shit. You poor Nick.
Me, but I was full off the other way, dude.
Yeah. I shifted up and then I moved on for some reason.
I may have worked out that second to last corner is only at least third to last. Not even
No, it's flat. It's flat.
No, I meant
The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 38.784.
I wasn't going to say anything to the end of the race, but you had the 3 seconds.
Oh
fastest lap for you.
Okay, well now you're 3 seconds.
I've been murdered. Hey, vote for all the Clio players.
Alright, we had to pick a car I was good at last time, so I'm horrible at mx5s.
It's more
Right,
than
same line.
how to drive the car, I guess, like, properly. I'm not saying you don't, but like I guess we've had more experience in it. This thing's really good.
You
It
got
feels
it,
very front-wheel drive-esque. It's actually, yeah. It gets
You gotta-
tight on one throttle. It gets loose on one throttle, so...
You gotta feel the understeer. Be one with the understeer.
Racing. Not like that. Not like that.
I'm like stabbing
Nah.
The car in front has gone off. Go right. Left side. Clear.
So just drive better is what McIntyre said. Got it. The motherfucker just said, just do more. Be better. Get good, nerd.
Well, you were saying start the throw. I was like, no, just try a brain control.
Oh, fuck. It's like, man. I died. Yeah, we good.
So much crap on the road. I keep fucking moving through.
Wait for me! I'm in second. For these two, at least. How the fuck do you use day and night with just a lift? What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, just a lift. Just a lift.
Ow! How do
You
you
guys
that?
like to us.
Right now,
Like
why?
to us. No way.
He's lying, yeah, he's lying to us.
Like to us.
I'm not lying, I'm the fastest by lifting.
I broke there and I said at 38.1, so...
I lifted there and I was gonna set it, but the time
Is
ran
next
out.
race reverse speed?
What? Whiskey.
How are you doing? Yeah.
I once qualified, no, once qualified, so I think we had that one picture, and it's kind of shit. But, even I'm not at that, because what if more people want to join for race 2, right? It's like, wow, thanks, iRacing. Good fight. I absolutely won. And got taken out by Nick. So,
No, that's a lie. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's 100% just a bit.
no, it's not.
Yes, he's gonna live early.
Slow. I don't understand.
10 minutes to go.
How fucking understand?
The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 38.723.
There you go, McIntyre.
The car in P3 just set the fastest lap. 38.268.
And guess what? I hit the brakes.
Oh, look, I'll try the brakes, now I go.
Right side,
Yeah.
10%, but yeah, I still
Clear. Right side. Clear.
Sorry, second one.
Did you say good luck?
The car behind is pitting.
32.
What was that?
You're experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session. You're back in 4th position.
Uh-oh.
Someone just had a
They're fine.
You know, all this AI shit, I really thought that they would have made an AI fucking crew chief by now.
I mean, close enough to it. Not really. But there is one actually.
No, I keep getting told to pick up the pace, even though I'm in first with 12 seconds ahead. It's really fucking annoying to
Bro,
hear.
you're obviously not doing that stuff.
Yeah. And you know what happened is I pushed harder, I went off track, and I was like, God damn it, crew chief, get out of my ear. 12 seconds is fine.
You still doing the GT3 original? For goodness sake.
Yeah, why would I do anything else? Look.
The car in P3 just set the fastest lap.
I need to learn
38.154.
both racecraft and how to get fast and how to get stable.
Stability is probably, it's just backing yourself up and prioritizing. Like, going too fast into the corner is the killer that most people catch out. One thing I've tried to learn is just like the primary thing to being fast is staying calm. That's literally most of the time, and just like chilling out. Most
Call
people
one of my
like me,
streams. I'm like one of the most calmest fucking motherfuckers on fucking iRacing.
you are really calm. Like it's crazy. You just like have something happen to you and you just don't blink an eye. Like what the fuck? But yeah, like they'll pushing and like being like, oh, I wanna get up to this guy, and like when you fall down the order, your mentality switches in a heartbeat because you're like, I need to catch back up.
Yeah.
No one's like, but this is like a
No, I do.
Everyone's like, I need to catch up. When they're like, I need to catch up, they start making mistakes, and it fucks them big time. But yeah, a lot of the guys like they say the top end, some of them they're just fucking animals. There we go.
The car in P3 just set the fastest lap.
Appreciate it.
37.894.
Before they do the job, otherwise I gotta buy new pedals.
Can you just buy them?
The pedals?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just get new pedals. Yeah, new pedals.
Yeah, I bought the whole R5 setup, and then I upgraded from the R5 to the R12 wheelbase, and then I upgraded my wheel to the KS wheel. Now I'm trying to get some now I'm trying to get the fucking pedals where I want them. I've gone through 2 different spring sets.
You know, like adjust the force.
SRP lights.
I don't really know.
Lucky they even come with rods. The throttle doesn't even come with a rod. I have to buy, if I like the brakes, I now have to buy another brake performance kit just to get the rod for the throttle so that I could add resistance on the throttle.
Yeah, I don't have any like resistance or anything on my throttle. I mean, I
Never
have,
liked the way the Corvette handled. The Corvette handles like a dream, bro. What?
never thought of anyone here. I never I never thought of it.
5 minutes to go.
Like I've drove the Corvette. It's a fucking shit box. Oh my god, it's horrible. I hate
You
it.
just gotta treat it
It's
right,
so
bro.
pointy. Exactly.
So what? Pointy?
It's pointy. It's really pointy. But on the fixed setups, it's okay. It's not based on the one, but it's still pointy. But on the H ones, it's holy fucking shit, dude. Oh my
Where's that
god.
from?
It's
So I like a
already-
pointy sports car.
Yeah, McIntyre here likes a pointy sports car. Holy shit. He not even.
I like an understeering Formula car, but a pointless sports car. Make that make sense. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm not coming anywhere close to my braking.
Happens. I've done that.
No, I'm trying out new springs, like I said, that's why I missed my braking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the significantly stiffer springs is what I just went to.
Yeah, over time, that actually is really good because with the stiffer springs, it actually allows for more accuracy.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Oh yeah.
I know I have it mechanically or physiologically to be able to do it, so it's just a matter of getting it. And it's already load celled, so if I can get the resistance I need, then I don't even need to do an upgrade. Just a couple $20 springs, get her done.
I use 200 kilos of force in my pedals.
Nah, that's crazy, bro. What the fuck?
I know.
Iron Man over here, bro? You just go for Iron Man values or what?
I'm pretty sure from memory that the typical average GT3 car roughly has about 70 to 80 kilos of power.
Yeah, it's about 70 to 80 kilos, yep.
Yeah.
Mine's 200.
You run 200?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bros out here doing Iron Man while it's sim racing.
Like, leg extension, trying to fit right? What's going on here?
Have you seen my legs?
I don't want to see this.
We've seen
there's
this
a photo of my legs.
Bro's got quads in his calves. Bro's got quads in his calves.
Well, the reason they're that high is because I was doing formula stuff. Formula stuff is like a lot higher than that.
Yeah, there's also a lot of shorter travel though in the formula stuff though.
That is true.
So is that how you have it set up? Is with short travel 200 kilograms?
It's pretty short travel.
Oh, okay. Well then, fuck off. You're like barely, probably even fucking moving the thing. I'm just out here thinking like you're moving 200 kilograms like at least 3 inches, 2 inches, and I'm just like, bro, you're just out here with quads. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's just always skipping leg day because he's always doing sim racing.
No, it's probably about 1.5 inches travel.
I'll be right back. I gotta get a box for my wife.
Yeah, about 1.5 inches travel. So, but every coach I've had has said much more.
You got about 5 laps of fuel left.
The Simjack UT.
Oh, yeah.
Got the stiffest irritated. So much better, yeah. I reckon I might catch it before the end.
Leave behind me.
No.
Caught me all kinds of scared for the car bomb. That's not you, right?
I already passed it. It genuinely feels like I've just been hot lapping.
Okay, McIntyre, you're fast. Okay.
We get it, man. I've been taken out for each other.
I was gonna say if training was actually up here, that'd be a struggle.
I couldn't do. I'm back by the way. I can't. There's no way I could do 200 kilograms. Let alone physiologically, my chair would break.
I know, Mitch.
Yeah.
So
The leader is running 38.288.
his partner, as a birthday gift, got him the motorhome pedal for his break.
Yeah.
And she works in like the army, so you know she's making bank, right?
What?
With that
Okay.
video. Yeah, she works in the
Australian Army is different.
The Australian Army.
Okay.
We actually care about our troops.
It's like, wait, what? Wait, what?
Yeah, so she works, I think, in the Navy, the Australian Navy. So she's making fucking bank, right? And so she bought him this motor activator, which is it's like over $1,000 or something.
Yeah. Take $100.
And he's got that. It originally he had it set to 200 fucking kilos towards the end of the drum, and he was like, "Holy fucking shit, this thing is so stiff." And when ABS comes on, it actually vibrates for the ABS as well. And he's like, "Holy fucking shit, this is crazy."
White flag this time.
Break with it.
They talking to me.
No, he didn't spin out in front of me.
I just spun out. And now on my screen. So I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Got it.
Race, man. Hell yeah. Oh shit. Can I come through without dying, please? I did it! Serpentine. Can't let Nick catch me.
Alright, there's the checkered flag.
That's a
Nice run. Solid work.
So I'm gonna be at the back.
Cooper's on pole!
I missed my braking marker.
I just looked left and I've just seen this car just
I should actually take my hands off the wheel if I hit this. Let's go. Oops.
Unfortunately, I gotta go before race 2. I gotta go to my family's dinner.
Yeah, I added about 20 kilograms of resistance to the spring, so
Oh shit, yeah.
I no longer have like elastomer.
I like the
It's just
heaviest
springs.
because I can actually feel it. Like I
Well,
can
mine just
feel
didn't really have any.
Okay. I'm
was
just gonna
kinda-
skip the warm up and go straight to P2.
Yeah.
Still below 75 kilograms of resistance. Probably like 60-ish, probably 50 to 60. But it's better than the 20 that he came with.
Okay.
How much am I? Yeah, I'm matching 57 kg max force.
What did I do wrong there? Okay.
Alright, I gotta go. You guys take care. Have fun.
Okay, bye.
No worries, peace
Later.
out. Later.
Oh god, Cooper on ball. This is gonna be fucking fun.
Turn my in-game audio up.
How many places can I make up in the first corner? No, I missed my breaking point.
Just playing iRacing without makeup?
See, they're like, oh, we ran the McLaren last year, or the Lambo's the fastest. I don't have those.
Still waiting on 2 cars
How
to
does
grid.
Jimmy know
Waiting on the
this?
final car to grid.
Oh, Nick's throwing a yellow. It's typical. I'm kidding. Because he's not here.
Green, green, green.
Good luck,
everybody else.
I
turned left now.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
It's fine, it's fine.
I'm sorry. That was fun.
It's fine, bro. I'm not a good racer anyway, so yeah, doesn't matter for me.
That was rough. I've got a hammer away. Yeah. I'm impressed I got out of that alive.
Slow car ahead. Car stop on the left.
He's doing so well.
Go right. The next car's the leader.
Almost.
Oh, we gotta fuel up.
No.
Fueling up now should get us to the finish.
That's smart, guys. Although, I had an extra liters.
there's 50 laps. Oh no, it's 25 minutes. Oh, it's 25.
You're experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session.
Excursion.
You got a slow car on the left. You got a slow car on the left. You're now in third.
Turn, please. Without sliding. Snapping.
Oh fuck, man! I forgot to buy more grippy socks.
I don't wear like the trampoline park socks that are usually really pretty underneath. I don't wear those. Oh, goodness, got my grip.
Wear shoes?
No, I
wear
just wear the socks.
You just don't wear socks?
I like to wear socks.
I know, Cooper took out old mate in lap 1, turn 1, and then left.
Yeah. What's that?
I have to wear shoes and socks.
I just wear socks. If I wear shoes, I feel like my foot would be too heavy. And if I don't wear socks, then my feet feel, actually I won't continue on. They're just going to be weird for people with a fetish.
Alright, Chad, I think this might work.
Last time when I didn't wear shoes, I had like massive sores on my foot because of the pedals.
Yeah. If I had a load cell, I would obviously wear shoes all the time. I went to one of those places with like computers and shit, and they had four
Wait,
massive.
you don't have a load
rings
cell?
on the back.
Do you have?
I have the Fanatec 600s. Just like plain standard rings with the 2 pedal. But I got a
Grinders.
Does an alien mod make a fucking load cell for that?
well, well actually wait, yes, there is a load cell mod for it, and you use the old brake pedal as a clutch. But there's also an option just to add a normal clutch pedal, which is pretty much the exact same for the brake if you don't want a load cell option. But I got this pedal set for like $80, including shipping, which normally it's $120, not including shipping, so I'll take it.
Grinder is
One of my
proof you
mates-
don't need the best equipment to be fast.
I know a guy that was racing supercars on a G27, and he was really fucking quick. Like, insane quick. Uh-oh.
Car stopped on the right. The leader's gone off. The next car's the leader. You got a slow car on the right.
We work together, alright?
Okay,
I'll give you a tow, you give me a tow.
20 minutes to go. The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 38.545. New fastest lap for you. Car 2 has taken the lead.
I don't know what I think.
I've got a push-pull like wheel so I can like shift with one hand.
I wish.
if you're gonna like do that in the middle of the race, take someone out and then DC.
The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 38.125. That was your fastest lap of the session.
The only upside is that you're very active. Probably. Unless he's at his girlfriend's house, then he's been fucking dead for 3 days.
It's yours and mixed choice. Just ruined. Oh no, instant behind. What happened?
Oh no.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 8 seconds.
Okay, hear me out, Jake. Hear me out.
Yeah.
We pull up on the grid and we restart the race as 3.
Imagine if I pulled up, you just drive straight past me.
I would not do that. I would not do that.
Yeah, you would. Don't lie. You would. I'd be like, shit! I'm gonna run. Serpentine, 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 serpentine.
Get my hopes up every time you say something like that. Right? Think of it, oh my god. I think I know exactly where you did that though. It's fucking a quick right-hander upfield.
Oh my god, you guys are so fast. What the hell?
Fast. No.
Once you like have an idea of how each car drives, you can just like flick your switch your frames. Like, alright, you need to drive like this. It takes a bit to get used to. Like, holy shit, once you figure it out, it's crazy.
As long as you have like a baseline kind of. I mean, I started with Formula cars, so.
The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 38.068.
Does that mean like claims?
Yeah. So can you do SFLs and stuff?
Bit of a bloodbath. I'd do it, but I just know that Formula drivers most of the time are absolute shit cans. So I'd go take it in every single person.
True, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm talking with like actual stewarding.
Yeah. And with Mitch.
Yeah.
Shit, that means I don't have to make it. Great!
Hey, I've made my own.
Yes. I made Mitch's one.
If you make me one, I mean, you've made my V8 one and my 86 one. I've made my own GT3 one.
Yeah, I was gonna make you one, but I'm like, nah, he's alright. He's pretty good.
Thank you. My
Leaves me
my
from
orange
having to
and
work on another car.
my orange and blue one was white dog shit.
So, I mean, it looks good. You just, get it pointed in the right direction with the red. Easy peasy.
True. Shit. Red looks way better.
It does actually look pretty good. There's something still in my supercar called just a little upshifted, that's weird. There's a thing that I need to fix on my supercar. I need to change that bit on the right automatic, which is still glossy instead of manual.
Yo, Chad, what?
I think what might help for our friend was when it says don't slam the downshift like climb it. Like give it like a good second before you down so you can pressure off. So it's gonna sound counterintuitive but slow the braking down. Might be right in
These
saying
things also have a lot of grip on the exit. If you just floor it almost, it's fucking weird. These things are super mechanically grippy.
Are you talking about sports cars in general, about doing that with sports cars in general? Or just
No,
the
I was
car?
talking about the car.
Formula Fords. I said Formula Cards, but fucking use it. But yeah, Formula Fords are very mechanically grippy. GT3s are mechanically grippy, they're all pretty much fucking aero. Mostly. There's a little bit of mechanical, but it's nothing like this car or the Gen 3 supercars. If that's a car, if there's ever a car that you can put fucking everything in, it's a fucking supercar. Learn braking, throttle modulation. It's a car with no TC, no ABS, it's fucking heavy as shit. It has no aero, so it's really good for trail braking. But the only downside is that those cars are so unpopular in the officials.
If they drove like the actual supercars.
New fast flat for you.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember Mitch saying that when we went to talk to Jeff Murray at the house last year, he was telling us that the Gen 2s on Iron sometimes feel closer to the Gen 3s.
Yeah, I remember you saying, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, eh? The 2019 cars on Iron feel closer to the Gen 3s than the Gen 3s do. And it wouldn't surprise me if he said that he practiced, like, Bathurst, or at least practiced for the 86s or the mx5, something, because it was really easy.
It makes sense, because the 86s are like super not loose.
Yes. Oh, on iRacing, they're probably sticky as shit. Although the top end is a little loose. Like, the top end for those GRs, he said was about 230 without a turn, 240 with.
10 minutes to go. Keep it up. We're in a great spot.
Have a real wing, whereas the ones iRacing do. So that kills them a bit, which is probably. And they also have a front splitter as well, whereas the real life ones don't. The real life ones is literally just a stripped out fucking rock car. It's crazy. In by your blades moves here in Canberra, my home. Hell yeah. I know where the workshop is. I say that. I haven't been there, but I know roughly where it is. I know the suburb, that's good enough.
Close enough.
Crazy thing is that suburb is literally, it shouldn't even be called a suburb. It's just a fucking industrial area. It's just like, hey, by the way, we're gonna give this place a name. Saying about the race feeling like you were just all laughing all the time.
Yeah, exactly. The way I'm driving now feels like I'm up the whole time. It's like battle.
We need more people.
Yeah. Didn't matter where I was, both these races it felt like it was hot laughing. Had nothing to do with where I was coming from. It did help that I was coming first.
What the fuck?
The car in P1, just at the fastest lap. 37.615.
Past the race. Holy shit. 37.6.
Wow. Cannot even get sub 40, bro.
Takes time. Like, I mean, I've been driving these cars for a little while, and a Kiyama around these cars is a very, very popular combination.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Especially
It's always in the
series.
reviews.
Yeah.
So many marbles. Pebbles.
Yeah, now. I didn't watch the F2 feature race. I didn't care. I watched Alex Dunn take out his fucking team.
It's funny.
I think the truck's getting faster. It's getting colder too. With practice.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
So, what the fuck?
Yeah, good luck, boys.
Alright, cheers, bro.
Heading off?
Yep. Gotta stream this race and focus on this race.
Ah, you're good, man. Good luck.
I'm gonna save fuel so I'll make it to the end.
Good luck. Shouldn't have needed about 5 minutes to go. I even should.
Shift early, yeah.
I'm at 9.1. Yeah, so flight a little bit extra. So, yeah.
I wonder what the fast guys are doing.
Surprised it was at 35, so it's colder temps.
The leader is running 37.872. 5 minutes to go.
My optimal's not even that low. 6/10 off that in my optimal.
What's my luck that I just said?
Yeah.
God damn.
I need to drive these cars again. I feel I've neglected them since doing GT3.
Probably a good idea. I didn't neglect it.
Oh,
You've just set your fastest lap of the session.
That's a bit right.
You've just set your fastest lap of the session.
I feel I'll be saving fuel.
I'm gonna try my best to not do the extra lap that I don't want to. Just roll
The extra lap, what do you mean?
bang.
Oh,
What
for
the
the-
bang? Let's go.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
Oh, I don't even need to say it.
Exactly.
Appreciate it.
Just wasted all your fuel saving.
White flag this time. You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Just go.
The car in P2 just set the fastest lap. 37.595.
How much is 10?
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Hey man. Hey buddy. Oh, it's upside down.
There's the flag. It's over.
My wheel's just spinning.
Yippee. Alright, I'm gonna go back to lab 1 because that was amazing.
Wow, thank you.
No worries.
That
That
was
was
Legit.
actually pretty fun.
Yeah, that was a blast.
That was a
Looking
pretty
forward for the
We'll do it next
session.
one.
Yeah.
We'll do it next week as well.
Oh,
try and do it
cool,
every
cool.
week.
Yeah. I will
We
try
had
to
more
join
people
them.
last week.
Sorry?
We had more people last week.
Yeah, I missed that mx5 session. Yeah, I missed that, but I look up on the session. Yeah,
That's alright. It's
it's like 8 people or something.
yeah. So we'll do it. Yeah. So we'll do it. We'll do it next week. Pretty much what we do is we spin a wheel, for the cars and tracks, and then that's what we race.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, this.
It
Okay,
was
then.
going to be worse. It was going to be NASCAR, the
Oh,
same circuit. Yeah,
cool. I haven't
But we-
tried NASCAR too.
that's right. We decided not to
It
run
would
the
have been
NASCAR
hell.
because
It would
yeah,
have
it
been
would have
horrible.
been really bad. Yeah.
Even on the ovals, it's horrible.
It's horrible. I think a
It would
lot,
have been really, really, really bad.
I think a lot of people enjoying playing NASCAR in here. They even had tournament or something like that. The legitimate tournament, yeah, the actual tournament happening with the NASCAR series.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
I-
been before my time.
What's the best session? What's the best car in iRacing in your opinion? What's the best
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 car?
cup to play off?
Best car.
Oh, 86s.
God.
What's that? What's that?
86.
I reckon 86. GR86. The Toyota.
GR. Oh, GR86. Okay. Yeah, I thought you guys gonna say Porsche or something like that.
No,
Nah, we're not that crazy.
for
Porsche Cup is
learning and
weird.
everything.
Yeah, I
It'll be
think
the-
yeah.
yeah, PCT.
From the latest update, GR86 is way faster than before, right? Back then, yeah, it's horrible in my opinion, but
Yeah, it's
now
like 3 seconds
it's pretty
faster.
quick now, and more nimble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very, very, very quick.
Yeah, more nimble. That's the that's the most crucial point. Yeah, I love it now. Okay.
I just find now that the GR it's not just faster, but it's also more idiot prone, if you get what I mean. Like it's a lot easier to drive than it was before. So it opens it up to more people.
Yeah,
And because they find it so easy to drive, they stick with it, and then they're like, oh. And also because it's so easy to drive, it's also like, what's the word? It invites people to drive really, really, really aggressively.
yeah. The car back then is pretty
Which
dead.
makes it
Now
horrible.
it's more alive than before. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good fun though, but yeah, it's just, yeah, it's interesting.
Cool.
The
So you guys-
37.5 was the fastest lap of the race. There you go. I got the fastest lap.
You did?
Yeah. 37.
You know what I did? I lifted. I didn't brake.
Of course you did.
Actually, let's see my we're coming up to it. I'll see my telemetry.
So what you guys gonna do next?
I'm
I'm gonna go watch the
watch the
Formula
Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Yeah, starts in less than an hour, so
Then
I'll go
I'll
on
be
free
back
air
on a bit
TV
later.
here, so yeah.
Okay.
All right, too easy, fellas. I'll be back on a bit later, but yeah, no, it was good fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off.
Shame we didn't have more people, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Fun times. I'll keep this combo in, just because of the lack of people.
Yeah. It was fun though,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
We'll just tell everyone we did NASCAR.
At Wild West, yeah.
That's it. That's it. All right, too easy, brothers. I'll catch you later. Peace.
Yes, see you around.
Okay, see you around too. Thank you.
Alright, enjoy.
And Alpine, they would have just been given 3 practice sessions, because by the rule of the law of Formula One, they have to give the exact same engine to all of the other teams, but they don't have to give the exact same ECU software. They can give just the standard bog standard stuff, and they can let McLaren and Alpine and everyone else figure it out. But the engine itself has to be the exact same. So Mercedes had loads of time to optimize and work out what is the best way to recharge the battery, when to recharge, how much to recharge, and that is why they were so much quicker. And I'm just going to show you a little bit of telemetry here. This is sort of a new thing that I'm potentially going to do more on the stream, and here you can see, right, this is the flying lap comparison between Oscar Piastri and George Russell. So this is, you know, the blue is George Russell, the red or the orange is in Oscar Piastri, and you can see here through most of the corners, Piastri is going pretty well, and especially on the exits of corners, exit of 12, exit of 14, Piastri is actually gaining time on George Russell, but down the straights is where Russell is gaining the majority of his time, and you can see this in the telemetry, right? You can see that George Russell, I mean, just look at the incredible speed that you've got Piastri going 317 kilometers per hour, George Russell going 10 kilometers per hour quicker, and they both start clipping before they get to that corner, and they're still, George Russell is consistently nearly 15 kilometers up on Piastri's speed, and that is how he gained 0.8 of a second. But the much more interesting thing that I would like to show you guys is the gears that George Russell was using. George Russell, going down the straight, was in 7th gear, didn't even go into 8th gear between for the entire lap, apart from between turn 8 and turn 9. Piastri was in 8th gear through the main straight, through the second straight, and then also through 8 and 9, through 10 and 11, and through the final few corners. But George Russell, 7th gear again, only approaches 8th gear right at the top, and then 7th gear, which is, you know, this is the interesting thing about the RPMs, right? So he's holding much higher RPMs. You can now see this is the RPM plot, and Piastri 10,800 RPMs. George Russell is approximately 500 RPMs higher than that at all times, nearly one. And the way the MGUK works is it's much more efficient at higher RPMs. You can see here between turn number 10 and 11, Russell is going at 1,300 RPM, Piastri 10,600 RPM. That is a huge difference. So the higher the RPM, the more efficient your recharge is. The more efficient your recharge, the more battery you can deploy. The more battery you can deploy, the quicker you go. So you know, it gives you a little bit of insight into why the Mercedes team is so much quicker, even compared to their customer teams. It's not purely that they've got amazing aerodynamics. They're also doing quite a few interesting things over the course of the flying lap. And teams now will be analysing this. McLaren, during the season, the teams get one opportunity to change their gear ratios. So McLaren are now going to look at this and think, is it a good idea to change our ratios so we're going in 7th gear down most of these straights so we can recharge our battery a little bit better? Is that the best way to do it? Is there another way that might be slightly better? And yeah, I think it's going to be quite exciting, really. Yeah, quite exciting indeed. What did Mercedes gain by hiding their real speed? Well, they have stopped the other teams trying to copy it. If it turned out like in pre-season testing, if Mercedes had got 8 tenths faster than everyone on every single lap, then every single engine department would have said, right, we need to copy this 18:1 compression ratio. Whereas in pre-season testing, what we saw was we're getting data coming through for the race, I think. Yes, we are. Okay, brilliant. Set that up. There we go. 58 laps of racing around here, folks. So yeah, by hiding that fact, they've delayed all of the other engine manufacturers.
You've got wheel damage.
This new compression ratio trick for at least 3 weeks or so. So all of the Ferrari, Audi, Aston Martin are all 3 weeks behind on potentially bringing an 18:1 compression ratio update if they can even fix that. Even if they can even come up with it. So can you show Hadjar on the map, please? I will do that at some point, but Hadjar is doing approximately similar, like compared to Piastri. I think Hadjar's a little bit quicker down the straights, and that's why, of course, he ended up higher than Piastri overall. Okay. Why is there still DRS? Oh yeah, that is a good idea, actually. I should probably get rid of DRS because I'm sure it's not actually going to work. Give me a sec. Because I was just sort of expecting it to be your bog standard thing, but clearly not correct. There we go, green light, exit is open. And we've got the drivers out onto the circuit. They are doing their practice laps, their formation laps, and they're going to try and work out, is there anything different with the circuit now that track temperature is slightly cooler, now the air temperature is slightly cooler, now the wind's slightly less violent than it was yesterday, and they're going to make sure that their car works, right? Autoletto got a new engine component, new control electronics, I think, so on a new battery, I'm not 100% certain, I can't remember, but either way they're going to check that all of these things are working. Same thing for Carlos Sainz, same thing for Lance Stroll, and so yeah, those 3 drivers, they've got new engine components. It might not be the new internal combustion engine, it's more so the batteries, the control electronics and things like that, but yeah, new stuff. They need to make sure everything works. Which VPN site should I use if I it is Proton VPN. Let me just put it into the screen, folks. It's Proton VPN, and it's an Austrian VPN server. You search Service TV, and then you can watch the Formula 1 coverage. So that is the best way to do it, folks. And yeah. Okie dokes. So everyone gave all of the crates on the wall. How did you make them? I was gifted them very kindly by a friend, actually. So yeah, it was quite nice of them to give me them, but no, I did not make them. They gifted it to me for the start of my for when I was going to do the face reveal. So there's something in the background because my room, to be honest, it is quite plain. Is updating software breaching part family? No, they can change the settings on the car as long as it can be changed through the steering wheel and through the they can change whatever in terms of software. They can't change the actual physical components though. Wait, is that Piastri? Wait, what's going on? Piastri, the medical car is deployed. Piastri has stopped at the side of the circuit, as you guys can see there, and it's just come through. Has Piastri had a major crash on the formation lap at his home Grand Prix? Oh my god, no, this cannot happen right now. This absolutely cannot happen. Has he crashed? Service TV haven't started broadcasting just yet. Has Piastri crashed? Has he? Oh my goodness! Oh my god! How has he done that? How has? Oh wow! I mean, oh my god! Oscar Piastri at your home Grand Prix, you crash on the outlap. Is it a major crash, guys? Is it a major crash? How big is it? How big is the crash? Sorry, it's not the formation lap. It's the reconnaissance lap. How big is the crash? I cannot exactly see right now. So I'll try and get the footage up on my screen. But yeah, do let me know.
You're experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session.
Piastri will be fine. Like, they've deployed the medical car, but they do that quite often, just as a precautionary measure. So Piastri, I'm sure, is okay, because he definitely will not have been driving that quickly under the reconnaissance laps. But he has just been there. Right, we've got a replay here of Oscar Piastri. So going through in towards turn number 3. Making his way through very cautiously, very calmly. He gets onto the power through turn number 4. Again, just very smooth onto the powers. Touches the... Oh my god! Oh, that's major. That is major. Touches the curb and just does a 360. Right, I'll show you on my flying lap where exactly he crashed and how exactly he did it. But yeah, he's going through the flying lap and... Right, here he is. So he goes through here, goes through here just fine, touches this curb, gets onto the power through turn number 4, does a spin, and he damages the right side of his car onto the left side barrier. So he spins around 180 degrees, right side of the car damaged, and that is front right suspension, rear right suspension, front wing gone. That could be repaired, right? 35 minutes. If they can get the car to the grid and get it back to the pits right now, it could be repaired. It's a big if, but Antonelli and the Mercedes engineers pulled off something quite crazy to us yesterday, and yeah, I mean oh my god. Piastri's crashed, guys. Piastri's crashed. Major damage to his front right suspension, rear right suspension, and front wing as well. It could be repaired, but it's tough to say. How do you crash at this time? I mean, like, I don't know. The curb must have just had some bananas on it. Like it was a full like a Mario Kart spin when you slide on the banana. Exactly. Drama already at his home race on the formation line, starting in 5th position. Like, how, Oscar? I mean, it is the Australian curse, right? Like, it's yeah. What can you do? What can you do, man?
You're experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session.
The chassis could be done. It could be. I mean, like. The thing is, it looks very, very bad, but they've got to change the suspension arms, right? And then they've got to change the front right suspension arms, rear right suspension arms, and then we'll put on a new front wing. So they should have spare components for all these things, but according to Oscar Piastri's GPS, he's still at turn number 4. Like, if he doesn't get back to the pits right now, it's not going to happen. I know for a fact that teams can replace the front suspension in 18 minutes, maybe 15 minutes at a push. Rear suspension, it depends. Like, it depends how how complex it is to disassemble and then reassemble. But the front suspension certainly can be done in 18 minutes time. Yeah. It's just a very, very big fumble there from Oscar Piastri. There's no other way to describe it. Just an incredibly large fumble. Alright, we've got 4,500 people tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're all enjoying. Folks, if you could smash that like button, it would very much be appreciated. Hopefully get the channel back to being the biggest live stream revolution. Disqualifying yesterday.
Slow car ahead. Car stopped ahead.
Honestly.
Go right.
There's no telling whether there's more damage that isn't obvious. I can see that they want the chassis to be safe. Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to say, right, because the rear of the car's been damaged, or it's been hit, which means that there could be possible gearbox damage, there could be possible engine damage, because all of that's of course on the back of the car. So, depending on the severity of the crash, and if it hits at the perfect angle to break the gearbox, if it hits at a slightly different angle to not break the gearbox, it's tough to say. This is not the formation lap. These are the reconnaissance laps. The drivers come out of the pits just before the race begins and before the formation lap happens. They just drive around the circuit, get a feel for the grid levels, and then make their way back to the garage before they do the sort of the national anthem there and everything like this. But Piastri's going to have to be there, and he's going to have to answer interviews on the grid. And I mean, yeah. How did he crash? He spun on this curve here, right? I'll just fast forward it. Yeah, this curve. He touched this curve here with the rear of his tyres, got onto the power. But it seemed like a very normal speed, a very sort of casual speed that he was going. And then the rear of the car just had no grip whatsoever and spun around and into the barriers. Ferrari's rotating wing, it's been shelved right now. They could potentially use it later on in the season, but right now they think that the normal wing is the best way forward. Is there any hope for Ferrari? Yes, I mean the fact that they've got a small turbo which primes early on and they get a lot more boost pressure than everyone else off the line means that the Ferraris could just breeze past the Mercedes off the line, like very much like I think it's Fernando Alonso in 2012 or when he was driving the Ferrari car, I would just get these incredible race starts because he had the curve system. Not everyone had the curve system at that time, so he had to pull all of his battery off the race start and get some incredible launches. And it might be similar to that, but it's still of course yet to see. But according to the pre-season testing numbers, Ferrari had some pretty good launches, and all of the Ferrari cars have some pretty good launches compared to the Mercedes counterparts. Just like Verstappen spin yesterday, Verstappen spinning was quite different. Verstappen locked his rear tyres and then spun around, and Piastri here, he accelerated out of the corner and got wheels off his rear tyres and spinning.
You cut that corner and got a slow down penalty.
Right, yeah. I guess I'm going to need to put this up on the screen saying that Oscar crashed. Before the race begun. I mean, all of the Australian fans there really do have their head in their hands. I mean, they came to watch their homeboy perform and deliver some good, deliver some good performances, some good laps, and potentially get up onto the podium. And yeah, he's crashed before the race even started. Can he race? Well, the thing is, his GPS is still showing the cars at turn number 4, and if his car doesn't make it back to the grid, he's not making it. And to be honest, now it's looking very, very tight for time. It takes 80 minutes just to do the front suspension. If they have, a different set of mechanics working on the rear, this is a very, very big if. It could be done. I did write off Antonelli at the end of FP3. I said, there's no way they're going to repair the car in time for quali, but they managed to do so with the help of a red flag, of course. But yeah. They said the damage was terminal, was it? I will double check. Where has that come from? Is that, to be honest, I'll just check F on Twitter and someone will have posted about it already. And it says, it says, he will not start his home race. That's it. It's confirmed, and they're not going to be able to repair the car in time. So he is out before the race has begun, ladies and gentlemen. McLaren have just confirmed it. There was battery issues prior to the crash. Maybe, I mean, I haven't been able to listen to it, so maybe, there's something that you can work out from the onboard audio to see what's going on. But, it's not ideal, really. There's no rain, nothing like that. The track's totally dry, and still, that's just happened. Okay. How did he crash, folks? He spun on this curb just here. Okay, I'll show you. So he's making his way through turn number 4, hits that apex fine, gets onto this rear curb, and the rear tyres just don't want to stick, and then all the way around. I think he came out the pits on that lap, so his tyres must have been quite cold, but that doesn't explain this sudden loss of grip, right? Like, it's so strange. Home race, too much pressure. I don't even think it's too much pressure. It just seems utterly odd that he's touched the curb like that. Like, the cars are more than capable of driving over those curbs. He was not driving at any sort of significant speed, and unless we get the telemetry coming through and it shows that he's just like jammed on the throttle, which he probably won't have, it's quite odd. This guy says battery issues pre-crash. Okay, I'll check a few more sources, but I'm sure Sky have probably got their news from a reliable source as well. So yeah, battery issues then. So strange, the car snapping away on the power after touching the curb, heavily damaged by the tires out of the race. Okay. Okay, well, I mean, McLaren did have power unit issues. Also, okay, folks, I would like to confirm this. Right? George Russell has got a new battery in his car. Before qualifying, he did 3 practice sessions, and they replaced the battery in his car before qualifying. They also replaced the control electronics. The same thing can be said for Lance Stroll, and for Carlos Sainz, and for Gabriel Bortoleto. Now, of course, Bortoleto and Stroll are on different engines, but Carlos Sainz is using the Mercedes power unit, and he had to change his battery as well. So it is very odd that, before the first race has even happened, the teams are changing components.
Green.
I understand from Sainz's perspective and from Bortoleto's perspective.
Okay, here comes your first time lap.
Russell changed his components before qualifying even begun, and it may indicate something a little bit deeper about what's going on there, but who knows? Is that confirmed no race? Yeah, I mean they've said it, and the incident is just a little bit too big. The race is going to be entertaining. Can we put it how many safety cars we're going to have? Put 5 safety cars on the right flag. Who knows? How's Piastri on track before the race starts? The drivers do some reconnaissance laps, so the cars are of course stored in the garage overnight. So then they drive around the circuit a little bit, and then they make their way to the starting grid. And yeah. Are those the same components used in testing? No, those are totally different components used in testing. So they use a brand new set of components for the start of the season. Nothing gets reused from pre-season testing. So they've literally just done 3 hours on George Russell's car, and they've decided, alright, it's time to change the battery. Interesting situation to say the least. Folks, if you haven't done the like button, be sure to do so. We've got nearly 6,000 people listening on YouTube, and I don't think we've got too many over on Twitch, but if you guys do prefer Twitch,
One more lap.
also live on Twitch. We've got 23 minutes till the start of the race, and it is much appreciated for everyone tuning in to the live streams. Hope you are all enjoying the coverage, and I'll be live streaming every single race till the end of the season, and hopefully not missing any more races. I was just talking, it must have been FP3 or FP2, I was saying that I haven't missed a single stream for the previous 2 years, and I've made it to every single one. I rescheduled plans and this, that, and the other, and then lo and behold, of course, this week just after saying that, I missed a stream due to sleep missing my alarm. But my plan is to continue on streaming right to the end of the season, for many seasons to come. So hope you guys enjoy the coverage, and we'll be tuning in. Let's support Valtteri Bottas. No, I do hope Valtteri Bottas can do well. The Cadillac team, of course, they want to gather some data, gather some information. They are lacking in terms of downforce compared to everyone else, but to be expected, and I'm sure they'll work these things out. Will position 5 be empty on the grid? I think the rules have changed, which means that Norris will get pushed up. Everyone will get pushed up on the starting grid, because it's potentially a little bit unsafe. Like, that was the clarification they made last year. It's a little bit unsafe to just have empty slots on the grid. So I think everyone just is going to get moved up one slot. Thoughts on Max? I think Max is going to make his way up into the top 7, top 8 today. How did he crash? He spun on the exit of turn number 4, just for the replay here. He enters turn number 4, hits the apex here, totally fine. And then there are some sort of battery issues with the car, right? I cannot confirm for certain what these are, but it's come over from Sky that they had battery issues before this crash occurred. He touches the curb at turn number 4, the car does a 180 into the barriers he goes, and there's no saving it. Yeah, that's what happened to Oscar Piastri. And you know what, I'll take you through the rest of the flying lap as well. So this is through turn number 5, a little lift of the corner, little lift of the car, sorry, as you go through there. Turn number 6, tap of the brakes, flick the car in, and now this is the longest straight section of the circuit. This is where we see huge amounts of super clipping. The Alpine, during qualifying, at full throttle, lost 60 kilometers per hour while going down this straight, even though they were still at full throttle. That is the extent of clipping that we're getting this year. And honestly, I think they might have to change the regulations because it's just frankly a bit ridiculous. You know, the drivers are trying to go full send and the car's slowing down while they're accelerating. Then they make their way through turn number 11, another big braking zone, good opportunity to recharge your battery a little bit. And then through turn number 12 and 13, Hamilton... You know, this is what I saw yesterday. Hamilton has a really interesting line through turn 13 and was actually gaining time on George Russell. It was one of the few corners that the drivers were actually gaining time on the Mercedes, and Hamilton was one of them, making time up on George Russell through turn number 13 and 14. So interesting lines there from Lewis, and I'm sure Leclerc and the rest of the teams will be looking to replicate what he was doing. So nice job there from Lewis. And that's a lap of Australia. How many DNFs am I predicting? Well, I'm going to go with 7 DNFs. Yeah, 7 DNFs. Folks, spamming in the chat is not going to help you get your question answered. Okie dokes. Yeah, 58 laps of racing around here. Quickly, just to go over the strategy that we have got planned for today's race. It seems to be a one-stop strategy. I would love for it to be in a two-stop, but this is the predicted strategy according to Pirelli. Start the race on the medium tyres, then go on to the hards, and that is about it. I think Piastri's GPS is now permanently just switched off. It will probably update itself once the race actually begins, but his GPS is switched off for now. And it's just showing the last known location. Are you able to watch on Service TV? It says video unavailable, folks. If it's saying on Service TV the video is unavailable, the other Google SRF Formula 1 Live, and the footage is live on SRF as well, so you can watch it there. So yeah, we've got 2 different options there to watch it, and I'm sure if you connect to the Belgian servers as well, you'll be able to watch it from Belgium as well. Okie dokes. OG Ninja, thanks for being moderator yesterday while I wasn't awake. I would like to ask what was going on in the chat, right? Like yesterday while I was asleep, what was actually going on in the chat? Like I saw a few messages.
The estimated SOS is
have you got
1,260
engine or something? Because
Let's go points racing.
Good nice comment there, but yeah, no, it was all right. We were confused as to what was going on, yeah. Okay. How do you do that simulation with F125? I just record my flying lap. I just drive around. Yeah. People were saying wakey, call, yeah, fair enough. I was confused too. I was checked if it was a stream from last year when I first heard it. No live showing it too. Yeah, I mean I wasn't even I obviously wasn't even awake to type in the chat saying that there's no live today because I was asleep. So
Everyone's gridded.
is the F1 game updated to the new engine regs? No, I don't think they've released the DLC just yet. It will get released at some point. What happened to Oscar Piastri? He crashed.
Green flag, green flag.
I will put it up on the screen. And I'll say an engine issue.
Left side. Still there. Clear on the left. Left side. Keep to the right. Go left. Keep to the right.
A few other things to run through.
Clear on the left.
We've got a nice little meme there, that big gap between Mercedes and everyone else. Piastri's going to be prime Alonso, always unlucky. Yeah, it's hasn't had the greatest of starts in the season, has it? Alright, I think it's now time for the F1 theme song to start playing in my head. 15 minutes away from the 15 minutes away from the start of the race, and I think it's a good time for the F1 theme song.
Left side.
YouTube channels are actually full of your fans. Yeah, I did see.
Still there. Hold your line.
A few people tried to message.
Stay on the right. Clear on the left.
To try and call me on Discord or something. But it's good to see that you guys managed to find some coverage, and it's also good to see that you guys are back here, right? That is much appreciated. So, also big thank you to everyone that's hit the like button. Hopefully we make our way towards 2,000 likes before the start of the race. 15 minutes now to another way. Okay, this was
Car right.
and Lando Norris is saying
Keep to the left.
he has to look at the steering wheel every 3
Still there.
seconds to
Clear.
just look at the steering wheel every 3 seconds to see what's going to happen, to check if his battery's going to start clipping, if to see what speed is going at, right? Because the drivers of course want
10 minutes to go.
which for them they need to know what speed they're approaching the corner so then they can decide their braking point. And if Norris is going to have to work out what speed he's going to be looking down at the dash to see, oh yes, I'm going 227 kilometers per hour, he's not going to be able to pay attention to the road. I don't know how the drivers will be managing this sort of thing when they are battling against someone, right? They're looking in their mirrors, they're looking ahead of them, they're looking at the apex, they're also looking at the battery charge, they're looking at the speed. Like, it's going to be, sort of a mental overload for them. And,
Yo, Salim
some senses that is going to
Gabby, number 11. You're absolute fucking trash.
Look down at their speed and also work out
You can't win on the first lap, man.
what we will see the drivers trying to balance the car on the limit. I think the second option is much more of the sort of thing that we want to see. Okay. Alright folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I would like to pose you the question, will Ferrari beat everyone off the race start? So let's see, Charles Leclerc, 16, what position is he going to be off the race start? Is he going to be first? Is he going to be second or third or fourth? I'm just going to pop a poll into the stream so you guys don't have to type into chat. But yeah, where is he going to be at the end of lap number 1? Of course, he's got that small turbo, the turbo that gives him extra boost pressure off the line. That is going to give him a really good...
You're experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session. Slow car ahead.
Jump up into second position. Is he going to jump up into third position? You can beat everyone at the start, but then they'll re-overtake you again. Yeah, I mean, there's of course I think there is a chance of that happening. Another thing I would like to do, I think I'm going to add in the top speed, the speeds at which the drivers are going. So we've got into the option here. So let me just add that in, and we'll get maybe one more column. Or we can actually get
The car in P2 just set the fastest lap, 20.885. That car is a lap down. Right side, clear on the right. New fastest lap for you.
Will contain the speed at which the drivers crush the start-finish line. So
You got a slow car on the right, car stop on the left.
Is the Mercedes power unit's going to be going very quicker than
Go right.
across the line, or is it just a certain car? But let's wait and see. What else would I like to talk about? Oh yeah, this is the race-based simulation. I mean, it's these numbers aren't always accurate. We know that Mercedes was sandbagging, but it's a slight look into what we can sort of expect. The drivers lose 19 seconds under green flag conditions.
Right side.
14.5 seconds under
Clear.
safety car, virtual safety car. We have about a 2/3 chance of a safety car here. It's a street circuit after all at the end of the day, so crashes are quite likely, especially with these new engines, new power units. And is this Adrian Newey? Adrian Newey is walking around having a look at all of these other cars, and he's got to fix his own car first, but then he can start copying all of the other things. He's got his notebook and he's still writing some things. What is he writing here actually? How did Audi get that? How to? I don't know. He's writing something now. Anyway, Adrian Newey is cooking. We'll see what he can do. Well, he's not really cooking. He's sort of messed it up already. But
You're in fifth.
Kimi is so young. He looks like he's the kind of difference between new school year. Inspector Adrian. How does overtake work? So if the drivers are within 1 second, so you can see on the track map. Here you go. So this is the detection point if you are within 1 second of the driver ahead of you. So very much like DRS, and you pass this green dot, then you're allowed to deploy overtake for the entirety of the next lap. So
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 2.3 seconds.
So you can do both of those things with the overtake mode, and we'll see how it plays out. Will Hadjar get a podium in his first ever race in Red Bull? Is that going to happen? Yes, Oscar Piastri's out of the race. He crashed on the reconnaissance lap. There was an issue with his car, and he got onto the throttle of the car. Maybe didn't put all of the battery all in one go.
5 minutes to go.
But a spin and into the barrier. Imagine ones with these regulations don't. It is quite frankly ridiculous. I was doing
That was your fastest lap of the session.
the drivers, they have to start out at 320 kilometers per hour and then drop down to, I think it's 100 kilometers per hour. So that's basically the top speed down the straight into a hairpin, and they've got to do that on 3 occasions without touching the brakes to use their sort of total recharge allowance for the lap. So I don't know who was coming up with these regulations, because you learn this sort of physics when you're like 12 years old, right, in school. The amount of energy that a Formula 1 car has, and basically the teams would have to go from 320 k's down to 100 kilometers per hour without touching the brake pedal, purely by the MGUK recharge system, and they'd have to do that 3 times over the course of the lap to actually hit the limit of how much you're allowed to recharge the battery. And well, nobody's doing that, because obviously you have to touch the brakes to actually drive a Formula 1 car quickly. So I don't know what they're thinking.
You got a slow car on the left.
I'll probably put this into a video.
Go right.
It's a little bit easier to understand.
Car on your left. Clear on the left. The leader is running 21.493.
Sponsoring the stream, and the best way to watch the Formula 1 coverage for a cheap price is...
Your car has too much damage. We've got to fix it.
That will give you access to the Australian Grand Prix, the Chinese Grand Prix, and the Japanese Grand Prix, all for the price of just $1.
All the damage is repairable.
All you've got to do is go over to an Austrian VPN server and then type Service TV, and then you can watch the coverage. And you get all of the practice sessions, all of the qualifying sessions, all of the races. I would like to point out the commentary is in German, but you can mute it, you can listen to me talk, and then you can have the footage on in the background. So there you go. So if you guys are interested in that, then... Oh, Hulkenberg's in the pit lane, folks. Hulkenberg is starting in the pit lane. He was under investigation for an infringement in the start procedure, and now Hulkenberg is in the pits. Looks like Audi are going to have Hulkenberg starting from the pit lane. I will double check and confirm, but there would be no other reason.
You're experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session.
37% of you think that Charles Leclerc is going to be P1 at the start of at the end of lap number 1 due to his smaller turbo, more power. That's an interesting idea. Let's see if that occurs.
Go!
People think no, he's not going to end up in 4th position. So. Let's see. It's going to be a very, very wild race. Can Piastri come back from this crash? No. McLaren have decided they can't repair it in time, and I don't think they're even So
The car behind is pitting.
that is that. It does not look like Hunt will start. All right, let me just double check. Let's get the latest information. What is going on here? Any more posts? I think that might be correct though, folks. I will. Let's see. F1 GP is Australian Grand Prix is trending live on Twitter. What is the latest? I haven't seen anything that says that he's going to be not going to be taking part, but I'll wait for the official sources to come through. How did he suddenly crash? It seems like there was some sort of battery problem. That's according to Sky Sports. They said that there was a battery issue with the car before he crashed, so potentially, the battery just decided to deploy a lot of power when Piastri was not asking it to deploy, and it just spins around.
Last lap.
Too bad for his home race as well. Yeah, it's there's not even any races nearby where it's easy for the Australian fans to get to. Like, there's a race in New Zealand maybe, but no race in New Zealand. Australia is starting with a bang, indeed it is. Nico will be fine starting in the pit lane, might be a blessing. Well, we'll see why he's gone to the pit lane, because Bortoletto had an issue yesterday in Q3, and they replaced some power unit components for Gabriel Bortoletto after the issue in Q3. They decided it's not better to risk it and try to fix the problem. Let's just replace it, and we'll deal with fixing the problem a little bit later on. Nico's car's in the garage. Oh, if it's in the garage, well, to be fair, with 5 minutes left to go, he could still come out to the end of the pit lane. We'll wait and see. Currently, it's just showing outputs right now on the footage, so I don't actually know what's going on. It's time, folks. It is time for the Hulkenberg. Oh, we've got the tyre information. Okay, looks like Hulkenberg. It says he's starting on hard tyres, so he must be starting the race.
You've got a slow car on the right. Go left.
Clearly haven't put it through for Piastri. So Hulkenberg and
Checkered flag.
starting on hard tyres, if he's going to be starting in the pits. It does seem like
Nice run. Solid work.
Okay. That's good to see.
You got a slow car on the left.
Dokes. Thanks everyone for tuning in on YouTube. Thanks everyone for tuning in on Twitch for the first race of the season. Much appreciated today. The Twitch folks do have a Twitch promotion. That would also much appreciated.
You got a slow car on the left.
Okay. Motivation plays. Thanks for the donation there, buddy. What have you just said? Let me touch that. I have a question. Is Oscar's crash before the race begins? Yes, it is. He had a battery issue. It seems like his battery just deployed a bunch of power on the exit turn on the floor, and he spun around. That is as much information as I can give you right now. Not a lot of credible sources have come out to say what.
Kapan dapat gratis nih? Oh ada selektor ya, tapi harus beli ya.
Beli selektor yang trainer, yang trainingnya.
Kau mau deh?
Enggak, belum mau.
Kau mau satu? Nggak tahu mahal nggak? Kalau mahal nggak jadi.
Pasnya mahal. Enggak jalan lagi.
Jalan lagi.
Hmm.
Ampun.
Cute.
Green, green, green. Okay, here comes your first timed lap. One more lap. You're experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session. Checkered flag, checkered flag.
Masih interanya.
Udah agak lumayan.
Ngantuk deh. Kenapa aku ngantuk? Karena aku dibangunin sama Dodo. $5 What is Unadol?
The estimated strength of field is 1,211. Let's take opportunities. Everyone's gridded. Green, green, green. Car on your left. The next car's the leader. Clear on the left. Car on your left. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the left. You're experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session. There's an incident behind. You're now in third. Ten minutes to go. All the damage is repairable. Okay, go. That was your fastest lap of the session. The car in P2 just set the fastest lap, 21.291. You're experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session.
Okay.
Just set your fastest lap of the session. It's 5 minutes to go. You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 3.4 seconds. The leader is running 21.608. Car on your left. Still there. Clear on the left. You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 5.4 seconds.
There's no gap there, man. Leader's coming up. Move over.
White flag, white flag.
Good race, number 10. Good race.
Left side. Clear on the left. flag. It's over. Nice run. Solid work.
For the Mercedes. What are Ferrari going to do? I mean, Ferrari are going to hope that there's another safety car so they don't actually, so they don't lose a bunch of positions, I'm guessing, because right now the situation doesn't look so good. If they come into the pits right now, they're going to come out where Max Verstappen is. Yeah, back in 6th position. I mean, this is Ferrari heritage at the end of the day, right? Ferrari are doing Ferrari things. 32,000 people tuned into the live stream. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, folks. Hope you're all enjoying the coverage. Be sure to smash that like button. Much, much appreciated. Hopefully, we can make our way towards 5,000 likes. Yeah, it is good to have all of you here, and I will be commentating right till the end of the season, and well, the action has been incredible, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. Lap number 17 of 58. The drivers who are still out on the medium tyres will probably start pitting around lap number 25. Okay. Just to quickly recap, Hulkenberg couldn't start the race because he had a power unit problem before the race begun. Piastri crashed because of a battery issue before the race begun. Hadjar had an engine issue, and Alonso, they detected a problem with the car and they retired the car. Okay, Max is on his way. He is now within 9/10 of Arvin Lindblad, and let's see what the Dutchman can do. In fact, what I might do, folks, do you think it's a good idea to replace this with the current speed of the cars? Currently, we can just see the fastest lap, the speed that they cross the start-finish line at. But would you guys prefer to have the current speed of the cars to see who is going at what speed when they're trying to overtake and things like that? Would that be preferred? I think a lot of people are saying yes in the chat. Yeah, okay. Give me just 1 second then. 1 second. The screen will get blank for a little bit, and then we'll get the speed data. So give me just a sec. Okie dokes, there you go. So now you guys can also see the speeds of the cars. It's in kilometers per hour. I think you don't need to see the rest of the thing, but yeah, you can see the speeds. Okie dokes, very, very good. Oh, it looks like you can actually see the battery deployment on the footage. So Max has got overtake mode, of course, and well, he's going to be trying to overtake Lindblad very, very soon. Alrighty. Here we go, folks. Also, folks, if you would like to watch over on Twitch, that would very much be appreciated. We've only got 19 people watching on Twitch and 30... Oh my god, yellow flag, what's that? Valtteri Bottas, another potential safety car. This could be Ferrari's saving grace. Valtteri Bottas stops at the pit lane entry, or nearabouts there, and... yeah, I don't know what's exactly going on there. He's stopped in the grass. That might be a full-on safety car, ladies and gentlemen. It might be a full-on safety car, and Ferrari might just have been saved by Valtteri Bottas. But they may also close the pit lane entry. VSC is deployed right now, and we'll have to wait and see. Valtteri Bottas, though, out of this race, a power unit problem. He was nursing it a little bit earlier on. More power unit issues. It depends now. The race control could close the pit lane entry because Valtteri Bottas is way too close to the actual pit lane entry. I'll show you just on my flying lap here where Valtteri Bottas is, right? So Valtteri Bottas is parked up just here on the grass, just on the grass here on the right-hand side, right next to the pit lane entry. So it's potentially a little bit dangerous to have the drivers going into the pits if Bottas is stopped at the side of the circuit. But let's wait and see. VSC deployed. We got Lindblad, Verstappen, Behrman, Bortoleto into the pits. Ferrari have not pitted just yet. They can pit on the next lap. They can pit clearly because drivers are coming into the pits now. So the race control haven't closed the pit lane. We'll see if Leclerc and Hamilton pit. Surely they've got to pit, right? Surely. Yeah. Also, folks, it would very much be appreciated if you could smash that like button, if we could get more people subscribing as well. Hopefully make our way towards 235. That would be much, much appreciated. Oh, pit lane entry is closed. What are they doing? They've just closed the pit lane entry. And, folks, just to confirm, they have now just closed the pit lane entry. That means that Ferrari can no longer box. We had Verstappen box. We had Behrman box. We had Bortoletto box. And that pit lane entry was open then, and they've now closed it, so Ferrari can't come into the pits. They've just said, yeah, the Ferrari were going to pit, and now they've just come over the radio to Charles Leclerc, pit lane is closed, we stay out. Oh my goodness me, race control. I mean, you could have been at least consistent. I realised it instantly that it could have been a problem. You could have closed it way, way earlier on. Like, are you guys paying attention? Are you having a little nap? Like, what's going on? It's so over. I mean, we've gone around the Ferrari cycle quite a few times today, haven't we? There are marshals on the track at the pit lane entry. It is fair enough, right? It is fair enough. There are marshals literally at the pit lane entry. It would be very, very dangerous to have cars going by at 80 kilometers per hour, 100 kilometers per hour. They've reopened the pit lane. Ferrari have just gone past the pit lane and they've reopened the pit lane and the VSC is ending. I mean, you cannot make this up, folks. You literally cannot make this up. It's just come over race control for me now that pit lane entry is open and the VSC is now ending. There we go. We go racing again. And I mean, this is what they called it back in the day. In 2018, if you were back a Formula One fan back then, it was called the Mafia, the Mercedes Association, international aid or whatever, like, because it's just, look at this. It's been in the Mercedes favour so much. I'm not saying it's rigged. To clarify, it is not rigged, but well, the timing is just unfortunate, isn't it? It is just very, very unfortunate for the Ferrari team. I do not have access to the battery data. I would love to show you the guys the battery information, but unfortunately I do not have access to it. Okay, lap number 20 of 58, 39 laps remain. Ferrari yet to come into the pit lane. In fact, everyone has pit apart from Ferrari because of the timing of that VSC. Okay. 33,000 live. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Oh my goodness me. Max Verstappen gets that overtake done on Arvin Lindblad. Nice and easy for him. And Arvin Lindblad does not fight that one too hard. And as is expected, to be honest. As is expected. Do not. Oh, Lewis is getting a little bit angry over the radio here, and understandably so. I mean, I think when they look at it from the outside perspective, right, when they see what happens once they get out of the car, they'll realise how unlucky they were. Is Aston's brutal vibration still an issue?
You're experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session.
Slow he's having to drive to nurse the vibrations, but the team desperately need information, desperately need information and data, because the thing is, during pre-season testing they had these vibration problems as well, and they genuinely couldn't do that many laps because of it. So that's why Stroll's still driving around. Okay. Max Verstappen, P6. Next up on his overtaking list is Lando Norris. 4.7 seconds is the gap.
Your lap times will be deleted until you reset the car and try again. You're experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session.
Well, folks, we're on lap number 22 of the race, and we've already got drivers getting lapped here. So here we go then. Ferrari, I suspect they're probably going to pit now near lap 30 or so. Maybe a little bit closer to lap 28, but yeah, it's going to be a little while till they pit. And essentially what they're trying to do is make sure that they've got enough of an advantage to try and overcut them. Thanks for the donation there, bro moment. Max made me so proud. And yeah, Max has done a brilliant job there, honestly. Up from 20th position up into 6th. He's also done his pit stop as well, right? However, He's on a set of medium tyres. Is he going to be able to go to the end of the race? 40 laps on mediums is going to be a stretch, but if someone's going to pull it off, it is going to be Max Verstappen. Also, Max probably did a few laps behind the safety car as well. Or like half a lap, 1 lap. Everything counts in these sort of situations. I mean, also, you know, for all of you folks that are saying it's so over for Ferrari, we've already had, right, look, it's 22 laps that we've had. We've had 3 mechanical issues so far. That's an average of 7 laps, and then you get an issue. So, you know, probably by lap number 28, someone else is going to do it.
Green flag, green flag.
The Honda engine is it's not the most reliable thing in the world, is it? Lawson hurt. I am bleeding. Really? I'll double check. I'll double check if I can get any further information on that. But he has just got a lap time deleted, and he did lose a lot of positions off the race start. I'm not sure exactly why he lost the positions or what happened, but yeah. I think Lawson will be all right. There's not much sharp really in the. There was contact between Perez and Lawson when they were backing away, but there's nothing sharp in Formula 1 car to make them do anything like that. I think it might just be a figure of speech. Okay, is Russell catching? Well, Russell on the previous lap at 22.8. Both of the Ferraris were in the 23s, and fair enough, they're on very old medium tyres. Wait, Charles Leclerc, this is like a mushroom in Mario Kart. I'm assuming he's talking about the overtake button, but Charles Leclerc, honestly, such a real one. This is like pressing the mushroom in Mario Kart. You've got to love this guy, man. Yeah, incredible. Did Ocon come out, I think? I'm not certain, actually.
They say you cut the cord. You'll have to slow down and give up the time game.
I cannot answer that question. And they've come over the radio. That was a funny one. So clearly some good banter going on there. We need to add that to the words of wisdom. Fastest lap of the race for Kimi Antonelli, 122.5. That is 0.8 quicker than both Ferraris on the previous lap. Okay, they're asking Esteban Ocon slightly more lifting and coasting. They want more lifting and coasting into turn number 5. That is how much quicker the Mercs are. It seems like there is some sort of contact between Ocon, because Ocon and Gasly are now under investigation, and so is Perez and Lawson for forcing another driver off the track. So there was an incident at turn number 3 regarding Ocon and Gasly. Those 2 drivers have quite the big history. So yes, anyone that was asking a little bit earlier on, did Ocon have contact? I think that answers your question. Yes. We need a safety car for Pit Bro. Yeah, I think the Ferrari team do need a safety car. Thanks for the donation again, bro. Moment. Okay, Stroll, please do your thing. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Aston Martin can't afford for Stroll to crash, to be honest, and Stroll, I think, knows that. Verstappen is back. Unsurprisingly, this guy always does this. He's going to get a podium. Well, we'll see. He hasn't been able to close up on Lando Norris quite significantly, to be honest. Norris is on hard tyres and Verstappen's on mediums. He does have to nurse these mediums right till the end of the race, so maybe he's conserving a little bit. But in the previous, 2-3 laps, made no progress whatsoever. In fact, lost a 10th. All right. Yeah, Stroll's done 25 laps. Has Stroll not got nerve damage just yet? I mean, what's going on there in terms of Lance Stroll? But no, it's hope that Lance Stroll's all right, and hope the vibrations really aren't too bad, because we'd like to see him continue on racing. Okay, we have hit our like target. Thanks everyone for hitting the like button. In fact, Let's just pop it up to 10,000. We've got so many people tuned in. Thanks everyone for tuning in, by the way, and hope to see you all for the next weekend in China. China, we've got a sprint race, and that mega long straight. I think it's 1.2 kilometers in China. That straight. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how that works out. But yeah, I mean, the race here in Australia is pretty good. China is a proper race circuit, which is properly wide, and things could be very, very exciting. Alonso's coming out. Wait, what's going on? Alonso is at 11 laps down, and he's coming out onto the circuit. You've got to respect this man's grind.
Ticket flag,
What
ticket
is he
flag.
doing? I have no idea. Charles Leclerc just dives into the pit lane. But Aston Martin must have figured out whatever the issue was, and they've sent him out again to gather some more information. So this is how desperate Aston Martin are for data. They literally are sending Fernando Alonso out 11 laps down. The GOAT has somehow returned, and they can do that. They can unretire from the race. But yeah, Alonso's now testing part 2 electric boogaloo, ladies and gentlemen. Alonso, he's such a sigma that he's not going to test just in Bahrain. He's also going to test in Australia. Okay, anyway, back to the battle at the front, right? Charles Leclerc comes into the pits. He is 7 seconds back from Kimi Antonelli, who himself is 8 seconds
The
back
estimated
from
strength of
George
field
Russell.
is
George Russell fast approaching Lewis Hamilton right now. Russell has got so much more pace, and he's
Tight
been
field today.
consistently lapping in the 1 minute 22s. Lewis Hamilton consistently in the 1 minute 23s.
Green flag, green flag.
There's no sort of doubt about who's gonna get this overtake done very, very easily. We'll see how much of a fight Hamilton puts up against his former teammate. Here, the rear of the car sliding around a little bit. Leclerc pitted on the previous.
You're on the right,
Hamilton may
3
get this
wide.
one. Let's wait and see.
Left side, 2 wide. Clear. Left side.
Okay, no.
Still there, hold
Hamilton
your line.
continues on, right? Hamilton is continuing on.
Keep to the
We'll see,
right.
how long
Clear
it
on the
takes
left.
George Russell to get this overtake done. They're saying we need 15 metres more Lyco in turn 10. Lyco is back, ladies and gentlemen. Lyco is back, and they're asking for more lifting coast through turn number 10 and 11. I know it's the first time I'm hearing this. I think it did happen at one point. It was Suzuka 2023. Sergio Perez came out of the pits 43 laps down in Suzuka 2023.
Car right.
If I remember correctly.
Clear.
But my memory
Right
isn't that
side.
good. But it's happened before. It was definitely Sergio Perez that did it.
Stay on the left.
Thanks for a moment for becoming a channel member. Much appreciated.
Still there.
Also, all the people that have checked out Proton VPN, it's $1
Clear.
for the month. You can watch the coverage for $1 for the Australian Grand Prix, Chinese Grand Prix, Japanese Grand Prix. All you've got to do is join an Austrian VPN server, go onto Service TV, type server, and watch the coverage. Right? That's as easy as it is. Yeah. Why would they do that? They probably wanted a little bit more data on a new floor, I think, because 2023 was when Red Bull were having the problems with the new side pods and the new floors. So I think that is why they sent Perez out 43 laps down to get some more information. Anyway, Perez has been noted for ignoring blue flags. I think that must have been Charles Leclerc that just overtook him. George Russell within overtake mode of Lewis Hamilton right now, and he's going to be looking to get his attack on. Prongs, thanks for joining the channel membership as well. Much appreciated. Blue flag for Max Verstappen.
10 minutes to go.
Max is getting blue flags for Stroll. Stroll is the one that's actually getting blue flags. Will Alonso get points if he puts the fastest lap? No, there is no fastest lap point this year in 2026. That was removed in 2024, so no fastest lap point in Formula 1 anymore. Okay, everyone has completed their first pit stop apart from Lewis Hamilton. Russell pretty much breezes by them as they go towards turn number 9. They're side by side. Hamilton holds on. Oh my goodness me! And then on the exit, George Russell just absolutely says, "See you later." Thank you very much."
Car on your left. Stay on the right.
Gets the overtake done, unsurprisingly.
Keep to the right.
Is Hamilton going to try and
Clear.
bounce back into 11? No, he's not. Sergio Stroll comes into the pits as well. So look at that. Stroll started out on the mediums, then he's doing 50.
You're in fifth.
Now he's doing some soft. So more testing for Stroll. And they're gathering some information on the soft tyres this time. Okay, Lewis Hamilton finally comes into the pit lane. And okay, so Charles Leclerc is 15 seconds behind George Russell right now. He has got 14 lap fresher tyres and 30 laps to catch up. That means he has to close up half a second every single lap. Half a second every single lap. Blue flag, ladies and gentlemen, is when a driver is getting lapped and they have to slow down for the driver that is on the lead lap. So you can see they've just come over the radius to Perez saying we've got blue flags for Norris, and that is because Norris was just overtaking Sergio Perez there. So Perez has to slow down to let Lando Norris go by, because Norris is on the lead lap, Perez is not. Okay. Well, look, is is Leclerc going to be able to pump out half a second per lap gains against the Mercedes car for 30 laps straight? That is the question. Or is there going to be a safety car that helps him out? Because if there's a safety car, then the gap closes right up, and then he's on fresher tyres, and then it's good news.
Car right. Clear on the right.
We're also confirmed for one-stop start. Yeah, I mean, it was to be expected. It makes no sense to do a two-stop around here in Albert Park unless you're trying to do some testing, like Aston Martin. All right, here we go then. Well, actually, to finally calm down a little bit, we've got 35,000 people tuned in. Hope you're all enjoying the coverage, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll be live for the rest of the season. And hope you're enjoying watching over on Twitch, watching over on YouTube. Oh, we've got a hype train on Twitch. I don't even know what a hype train is. At least it's not a DRS train. At least we haven't had that this year in Formula 1. We've had quite a few battles though, which I'm very, very happy about. We've got a few people subscribed with Prime as well. Much, much appreciated. Over to people watching over on Twitch. Right, what happened to Piastri? Piastri, before the race even begun, he was doing the reconnaissance laps, like he was going from the garage to the starting grid, like he was just driving around, and the battery decided to apparently just deploy a bunch of power like this, all in one instant. He spun around and into the barriers he went. Can Max do something? Well, Max has closed up the gap on Norris a little bit, right? It was 4.6 seconds earlier. It's now down to 2.9, but he's not making huge progress anymore. And, that is because the Red Bull is very similar to the McLaren in terms of race pace. If not, the McLaren is slightly quicker. And Max also has to manage his medium tyres right to the end of this race, which is going to be a stretch. What happened to Bottas earlier? Bottas lost Stroll.
Yeah, I'm not going to take an incident for that.
Because he was saying that there was an issue with the clutch. Then they asked him to turn off a sensor. He did a few more laps, and then the engine fully broke down. So I cannot confirm for certain, but potentially something gearbox and drivetrain related. If you don't have a plan, why would you not pit during a VSC? Well, they must have thought that they weren't going to make it to the end. That was their thinking. That, oh no, we might not make it to the end of the race on the VSC. The second VSC, they just got horribly unlucky with the pit lane entry timings. The marshals were out on the circuit just when Ferrari were driving by, and that meant the pit lane entry was closed. Why is Alonso joining late? Because the Aston Martin need more data.
You're experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session.
They've probably changed some things, right? Alonso came in 15 minutes. They probably added some extra dampers, added some extra vibration dampers or something to try and reduce the vibrations. Sent Alonso out again, been like, is this any better, mate? Like, hopefully things can work out. But you can see Alonso slow speed traps. 18th, Stroll is 20th, 284 for Stroll, and 18th for Alonso. And then, of course, the bottom two didn't actually do any laps.
Car 5 is up the front.
He is. So normally this little green circle that you see indicates that the driver is gaining on the driver ahead of them. It's not always the most correct thing in the world, but it's an indication at least, so you guys can sort of use that. And then the full green means that they are within overtake mode. Charles Leclerc a 122.9, Russell a 123.1. So that is about 0.2 quicker, and that's just purely not enough really to close that 14-second gap within the next 27 laps. He's going to need a lot more pace than that.
Car stop on the left.
It's good to be back.
You got a slow car on the left.
100 days since we've had a Formula 1 race, and well, I'm thoroughly enjoying this one. What happened to Hadjar? How he had a problem? He had smoke coming out the back of his car, retired.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 2.6 seconds.
It's pretty quick, and Max has got to conserve his tyres to make sure he can make it to the end of the race.
Left side. Clear. The leader is running 21.923. You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 3.4 seconds.
Why are they telling Charles Leclerc as a target?
You're back in fifth.
He's surely got to be doing quicker laps than that if he wants to catch up to George Russell. Well, I guess on the previous lap he was within half a second. I don't know, why did Piastri DNF? Piastri had a battery problem before the race even started. There are a lot of laps left to go. It's correct. That is true. How far away is Charles from Russell? I mean, you guys can see here, right? The total gap, this is the gap to the leader. So, you know, Ocon is 54 seconds behind George Russell. So gap to the leader is here. This is the gap to the driver in front. So 7 seconds to Antonelli, 13 seconds to Russell. I'm going to put up a little bit of text. I'm just saying engine issues for whoever had these issues. So,
flat for you.
Norris, was that Norris or Piastri? They're asking one of the two. Oh, they're asking Norris. Obviously, Norris is the one that's driving, and Norris is saying, "Can you do 26 laps on a medium?" And Norris is chewing through his tyres. Norris thinks that he can't do 26 laps.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 1.4 seconds.
Maybe very high tyre wear issues. I'm not 100% certain, but everyone else managed to do 20. Ferrari's managed to do 25 laps on medium tyres, and they were A-OK. So interesting that Norris says that he won't be able to do 26 laps on medium tyres. I mean, it is a little bit difficult with the more wheel spin we've got. We've got less downforce. That means the cars slide around a little bit more. You haven't got as much grip, so you get more wheel spin, and that means your tyres overheat a little bit. VSC deployed. What's this for? Who's going slowly? Where have we got a yellow flag? Track sector 13. Everyone's still driving around. Am I missing something? Folks? Oh, there's a bit of debris. Okay. A bit of debris on the circuit. VSC is out for a little piece of debris. Bortoletto into the pit lane. Marshals are out on the track here to pick up the piece of debris.
White flag.
Someone the car. Is it a part of a front wing? Is it a
the car in P2, just at the fastest lap, 21.656.
It seems like it's Sergio Perez's car. He was complaining about vibrations over the radio for the entire race. It seems like the vibrations have had a pretty bad impact on his front wing, and a front wing end plate comes flying off. VSC ends. We're going racing again. Opportunity for the folks to charge up their batteries a little bit, and Sergio Perez is no longer.
We got damage on the front end.
Verstappen is right on Lando Norris.
Reduced aero might slow you down on the straight.
Max Verstappen versus Lando Norris. The battle we were seeing last year continues on into 2026. And Max Verstappen, he's got the overtake mode here. Let's have a look at these speeds. And he is going, well, quite a bit quicker into those braking zones than Lando Norris is. He's all over the back of him, practically pushing him through quite a few of these corners. And also recharging his battery while staying on Norris's tail. So pretty
car right
driving there from Max Verstappen. And here
clear on the right.
Norris into the pits. Norris dives into the pit lane, and he
car on your left.
At the end of the race on these set of tyres. So he
clear.
Decided to go into the pits. So
we got damage on the front end, left side. Reduced aero might slow you down on the straight. Clear on the left.
And McLaren coming into the pits. So Max up into P5, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a true P5. This is no pit stop games or anything like that. Max Verstappen has, on pure skill with a bit of help from safety cars and virtual safety cars, has gone up from 20th.
You got a slow car on the right. Go left.
Up into 5th position. Of course, there's been a few DNFs. Piastri's DNF.
Checkered flag.
3 drivers that were ahead of him, but it still doesn't take away.
Good job. Very good job.
From the overtakes that Max has made, and he is in a quicker car, so it is also to be expected. Is Hamilton gaining? Well, folks, have a look at this. Have a look at the gaps, right? It is 7 seconds for Hamilton to Leclerc. It's 21 seconds for Hamilton to Russell. I don't think he's gaining that much. Okay. We've got purple in the final sector from Antonelli. Mercedes still pushing, still got some more pace. All right, 23 laps remain of this race, ladies and gentlemen. Quick question, how does the point system work? It's the same as last year, 25 points for first place, 18 for second place, 15 for third place, 12 for fourth place, 10 for fifth place, and so on and so forth, all the way down to 1 point for 10th position. It's still just the top 10. They haven't changed it because we've got more people. They haven't changed it because we've got more cars on the grid or anything like that. Okay. Well, here we go, folks. Also, if you guys are interested and would like to follow me over on Instagram, it's F1gamer_official. We'll be good to have you guys over there. I'll be posting some memes and yeah, things like that. Okay. Alonso's retired again. Second time Alonso's retired. Will he return though? Will he come back onto the racetrack? Appreciate you doing this, man. Well, folks, I enjoy commentating. This is incredible. It's such a pleasure to commentate to you guys. Great questions as always. And well, what a battle we have had in the first half of this race. And a fastest lap of the race, fastest final sector again from Kimi Antonelli, and he is doing quite nicely. On the previous lap, he's about a tenth slower than his teammate. Will Antonelli try and go up against George Russell? Right, he's only 6 seconds off. We've had 37 laps of racing. Antonelli 6 seconds off. That's about a tenth slower per lap. If he can improve a tenth over the course of a few weeks, and we could see Russell versus Antonelli potentially going away for a championship battle. I think it's a bit unlikely, but it depends if Antonelli can improve. Right, how quickly can he see what Russell is doing in his telemetry? How quickly can he replicate that? How much more pace can he extract? Let's wait and see. How long can the hard tyres last at a maximum? They can probably do around 40 laps or so. Pirelli think that 40 laps is potentially doable. So that's what we're looking at. Slow mode, please. Oh yeah, I totally forgot to put slow mode on. Apologies. I mean, it's been a while since we've been streaming, so there we go. Slow mode has been turned on. Okay. Albon pits onto soft, so does Lawson. So we got 2 more drivers pitting on for their second pit stop. So potentially some teams having more tyre wear than expected. It's tough to say. What do the lines on Colapinto's tyre mean? The lines, they mean that when he came out of the pits, it was a used set of tyres. Colapinto had a stop-go penalty. So on lap number 9, he came into the pits, didn't come into the pit lane, and just went... we had a drive-through penalty, and he just went straight through the pits without changing tyres. And that means that this slash just means it's a used set of tyres when he came out the pit lane. Everyone else came out on fresh sets when they came out the pit lane, but Colapinto, of course, because he didn't change tyre when he came into the pits, it's a used set of tyres for him. Yeah. Esteban Ocon up into 9th position. Nice job there. All right. Yeah. Did Max pit for softs? Well, you guys can clearly see Max is still out on medium tyres. Is Merck still using the engine where they found a loophole? Yeah, they are still using that engine, but so are all of the other Mercedes power unit cars. So is McLaren, so is Alpine, so is Williams, and their pace seems to be absolutely nowhere compared to Mercedes. So Mercedes definitely do have a few more tricks under their sleeves. Haas is a rocket in the middle sector. Honestly, incredible speed. And... essentially, they are super slippery in a straight line. You can look at sector number 2, right? It is literally just turn number 6, and then you're flat out, end of sector number 2. So that's where Haas have got loads of speed. And, well, it's good to see, All right, Wait, only one of the lights is working for... Oh no, both of the lights are working on the Alpine. Some interesting battles going on there between Ocon and Gasly. Those 2 drivers have got quite a bit of history, and they're both on 26-lap old tyres, and Gasly just gets ahead of Esteban Ocon. They continue on, and I don't think Ocon got any sort of penalty. He was under investigation a little bit earlier on, but no sort of issue there. Charles Leclerc, fastest lap of the race. On the previous lap, he goes 3 tenths quicker than George Russell, so still not really enough to close that gap up. He could potentially close up to Antonelli though. It's a bit of a big if, but we'll see. What's up with Lindblad? He's doing a good job really. First ever race in Formula 1, and he could be scoring points. So you got to respect this man's grind. He's battling away with Lando Norris, and he has just been overtaken because Norris is on fresh mediums and Lindblad's on old hards. Fair enough. Oh, Stroll and Alonso. I think both of them are properly done now, because they are, both in the pits now. So, all right. How accurate are the radio messages? Are they real or AI translation? They're an AI translation. Of course, some of them, they're not always correct. Like, I don't know why Ocon has said it's a drug, I can't get away. I'm sure he's trying to say it's something else, I can't get away. It's a problem, I can't get away. Or, but yeah, most of the time it's relatively accurate. Look, Hamilton's over the radio. Talk to me in the corners, mate. Wait, Hamilton has just said, talk to me into the corners. I think he means don't talk to me into the corners, but either way, he's still getting to grips with working with his new engineer, but it's good news for him, right? They've come over the radio to Pierre Gasly and said 1 boost press per lap. That's what they recommend. Interesting. Why no Max radio? Sometimes the radio doesn't work. Oh, they've come over the radio to Hamilton. You're the fastest car out on track. And, well, that is correct. Fastest lap of the race, a 1:22.5. And only 0.2 quicker than the Mercs. So the Mercs have some pretty solid race pace, considering they're on 27-lap-old hard tyres. It's pretty mega. Have I seen the meme of Osama bin Russell? I mean, I would have had to been living under a rock to not see that meme. So, no, I have seen it. Why is Lawson not pitting? Lawson has pit. Lawson is out on soft tyres, and he's going to go on softs to the end of the race, I think. Behrman gets ahead of Lindblad. Lindblad losing more and more positions, really, and he's struggling a little bit on those hard tyres. It's a bit of a sort of an art, if you want to put it that way, to keep these Pirellis under control and within temperature range. So, he's having a bit of a tough time there. It takes a bit of time to get used to these sort of things, and I'm sure he will get used to it soon enough. Unfortunately, I don't have the battery percentage, folks. I would love to show you the battery percentage, but I do not have the battery percentage. Otherwise, it would have been up on the screen a long, long time ago. Max needs to pit. Yeah, potentially. I don't know, really. Like, Pirelli said you could do 40 laps on hards, not on mediums. So Max could pull it off, but it's going to be a difficult one for certain. What's Lando doing? Lando is losing time to Well, he came into the pits, right? He's done a second pit stop because he was chewing through his hard tyres way too quickly and didn't think he could make it to the end of the race. Where can I watch the race with Proton VPN? It's Service TV, ladies and gentlemen. Service TV. It's $1 a month. They're sponsoring the channel, so it would be a huge help if you guys could get it out. If you could get Proton VPN if you are interested, and it's not going to ask you for like $50 and $1 per month. It's literally just $1 will leave your account, and we've got over 500, 700 people using it right now to watch the coverage. So definitely does work. Okay. Max Verstappen into the pit lane, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it doesn't look like he was able to do. He wasn't going to be able to do 40 laps on a set of medium tyres, so he's into the pits. Where is he going to come out? That is the question, right? He's going to lose 19 seconds in the pit lane, and that will put him 3 seconds back from Norris. So he's going to try and do an overcut now. Norris will have 6 lap older tyres. Max Verstappen will have fresh tyres, and he's on hards actually, which means it gives him more flexibility to attack. Basically, because they're more durable, he can overheat them a little bit more, and it gives him a slight edge in flexibility. So yeah, we'll see if Max can re-overtake Lando Norris. The gap as he exits the pit lane is 3.7 seconds. The lap number is in the bottom left, folks. Lap number 43 of 83. And also, if you haven't hit the like button, be sure to do so. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so. Would be very much appreciated. Max is like sometimes some drivers' radios do work, some drivers don't. Radios don't work. Maybe Max just isn't talking much over the radio. I can't. It's the data is a little bit temperamental at times. Wait, he can't start and finish on hards. No, he can. He can start.
Green flag.
As long as he uses a different compound in the middle, and he did so. Right?
Okay, here comes your first time lap.
What the lines on the track mean? These are the straight modes. This is where the drivers can drop their front wing and rear wing, and they can go quicker down the straights, extra top speed. So that's what it is. Max Verstappen is second fastest in the third sector. Pretty good. Can we expect Ferrari P1, P2? No, not with the way things are going right now. Unless there's a safety car, which, you know, there could be. There's still potential for DNFs and things like that. Also, folks, I would like to say that George Russell, they are only allowed 2 batteries for the entire season. George Russell used his first battery for the first 3 practice sessions and then decided before qualifying, I'm not using this battery anymore, and he put in a new battery and a new set of control electronics before qualifying even begun. So while the Mercedes may be quick, I think the reliability leaves a lot to be desired, and he's totally allowed to use a new battery and things like that, but it's the first race of the season. He did 3 practice sessions and they've decided, oh, it's time for a new battery. That's what I'm going to say, right? So the season's not over
One
just
more
yet,
lap.
especially with the Ferraris in the opening stint. Incredible pace from them. All right, Max Verstappen purple sector 1, and the gap down to 2.4 seconds. So it went from 3.6 to 2.4, and that's only been 1 lap. So not too long now before Max Verstappen is all over the mirrors of Lando Norris. And in fact, he goes purple. He goes an entire second quicker than Kimi Antonelli on the previous lap. And we got Hamilton actually catching up to Charles Leclerc. So Lewis Hamilton looks to be back. Ladies and gentlemen. He's had a nice reset over the winter break, and he seems to be performing with Charles Leclerc. Of course, it's only the first race of the season, but the signs are looking good. Ollie Behrman ahead of his teammate Esteban Ocon. Again, both of them on the same strategy, but Behrman just more pace from the rookie. And same thing for, well, Bortoletto is doing a pretty good job. Hulkenberg's retired, of course. Are you allowed to make partial repairs to the battery, so you're replacing the cells? I'm not 100% certain, because technically if you replace all the smaller cells inside the battery, is that a new battery or is it the same battery, right? They're allowed to make certain repairs, but you know, you've got a 1,000-page long document of regulations of what you are and you're not allowed to do. So I have not read all the
All right, there's checkered flag.
so you'll have to look into that. But there will be elements that they are allowed to repair, but they can't just change everything. The battery enthusiast, yeah, okay. Alright. Alright, they've come over with the radius of Lando Norris saying Verstappen is pushing hard. He knows this is your best chance to overtake. Pretty good. So let's see what Norris can do if he can give up a difficult fight to Max Verstappen. Well, Max Verstappen is about to approach overtake window, and he's on fresher tyres. Let's have a look at these speeds though, right, folks? You can see here, Max Verstappen 320, Norris topped out at 315, and consistently, Max is 10 kilometers per hour quicker than Norris going down that straight. So, he's gaining time. He's gaining time in places. How long can the hard tyres last? Well, if you manage them properly, they can do 40 laps, and you can get to the end of this race. So, Russell and Antonelli are planning to do exactly that. If there was a safety car, who do you think Leclerc would get Russell? Going off the first stint, I think so. The Ferrari were incredible at the start of the race, and I don't know if their race pace is struggling, like if they're bad on their tyres compared to the Mercedes team, or what exactly is going on. But yeah, that is we'll just sort of have to see. There are 46 laps in total if they go till the end. It will be 46 laps, but they still should be able to do it. Right, last year, Alex Albon, I think, did 51 laps on hard tyres in the Australian Grand Prix. I don't exactly remember if it was last year or the year before that, but Alex Albon has done it. And, if it's been done in the past, it can definitely be done again. But Pirelli recommend 40. Okay. Perez, no further investigation for ignoring blue flags. No issues there for Sergio Perez. All right. Max Verstappen actually drops a little bit back, and Norris is trying to pick up the pace here. They're approaching traffic. That's what the issue is right now. They've got who have they got? They got Sainz and Colapinto as traffic for Norris and Verstappen, and that is what's causing the issues. But Norris is within 1 second at the DRS detection point. Oh, well, sorry, not DRS detection point, overtake detection point, and Carlos Sainz pulls into the pit lane. So this is Max's opportunity. He has got a whole lot more speed as he approaches a few of these corners. And let's see, Norris tops out at 280, 290, 292, and Max Verstappen goes 299. So an extra 7 kilometers per hour down the straight with the help of slipstream and an overtake. And Max is closing in. And Lando Norris's mirrors are filling up with more and more Red Bull. Esteban Ocon again, another rocket ship middle sector. Brilliant job there from the Haas team. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, right? Like Haas clearly think that the best way to go fast around this circuit is to deploy all of your battery in the middle sector. But yeah, I'm not 100% certain if that is the case, because we would have seen a few other teams at least try to do that if that was the case. Okay, here comes Max then, in towards turn number 11. The gap is 0.6 of a second. He is approaching at a rapid speed. On
The
this
estimated
occasion,
strength of field is 1,296.
practically pushing Norris through some of these corners.
Let's go points racing.
Yeah, as the concertina effect, he gets closer and closer. 0.7 is the gap right now. Norris knows that Verstappen's going to attack. Norris has battery prepared for this exact scenario. We have got 11 laps remaining of this race. And Lando Norris versus Max Verstappen battling away, this time for 5th and 6th position rather than 1st and 2nd. Where do I need to set my VPN to watch the race? It is Austria. You said it's Austria.
Everyone's
and once you've
gridded.
done that, then you can watch Service TV Formula 1. 10 laps left to go. Ferrari not catching it. This is what I'm saying. Ferrari now needs to catch up by 1 second.
Green, green, green.
And 1.5 seconds per lap to catch up to George Russell. So it looks like it might just be a 3rd position now for Charles Leclerc, unless there's a safety car or anything like that in the next few laps.
Car on your left.
Sergio
The
Perez
next car's
and,
the leader.
and Carlos Sainz both
Keep to the right.
laps down, ladies and gentlemen. 2 laps down. We've had a few VSCs.
Still there, hold your line. You're on the right. 3 wide. Car on your left. 2 wide.
100 kilometres of racing.
Clear on the left.
Well, we're approaching 300 kilometres of racing, and Carlos Sainz and Sergio Perez are approximately 11 kilometres behind the lead drivers. 11 kilometres back.
Left side,
We've only
clear.
reached the 300. Max is really, really close now, and well, he's waiting to clear the traffic. Really, he clears, but the Cadillac gets out of the way. Cadillac of Sergio Perez gets out of the way, and yeah, they're coming over a radio a lot to Sergio Perez. I have a feeling, Perez sort of knows a lot of these things, right? Oh, if there are 2 people battling away, give them a lot of space. So Pierre Gasly says, "I love myself. Hey Ferb, hey Ferb." I'm sure he's trying to say a Ferb, not a hey Ferb from Phineas and Ferb, but I don't know about I love myself. I'm not sure what's that meant to mean. But Perez has been dealing with vibrations all race long, and he's managing to cope.
There's an incident behind.
Yeah, it's time to play the Phineas and Ferb theme song. What about?
Okay, you're in 2nd. Right side.
4
Clear.
4 tenths is the gap now. Is Stroll about to come out again? Stroll's about to come out. Stroll is re-retired. Welcome back, Lance Stroll. I think you're going to find yourself, you're 15 laps down. 15 laps down. Let's go, Lance Stroll. Okay.
10 minutes to go.
There we go. Aston Martin have done it again. They've sent him out and re-retired. Unretired.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Only Adrian Newey can
Car
do
on
this.
your left.
This is
Clear.
the 5D chess strategy. Nobody else has thought of this before. Just Adrian Newey. I don't know how they've messed this up so badly, but at least they are still in the race, unlike Bottas, Hadjar, Piastri, and Hulkenberg. Verstappen is actually stuck behind Lando Norris, not been able to just breeze past him. He is on hard tyres, so he's going to have to, in 9 laps' time, Norris's tyres are going to start wearing out again, because Norris was having issues with the hard tyres after 23 laps. At the end of the race, he's going to have done 23 laps with tyres, which would have been even worse for tyre wear. So
Still there.
Max is sort of waiting for Norris's tyres to get a little bit worse and worse before he
Still
mounts
there.
a proper challenge.
Clear.
Yeah.
Left side. Clear on the left.
The green dot at turn number 13, that is the overtake detection point. So if you're within 1 second of the driver ahead of you, you get the overtake button. Hamilton is gaining on Leclerc. He is, but it's still not by a huge margin. And Leclerc's also dealing with a little bit of traffic right now. Can I use the VPN for all the races? Yes, you can. The VPN has worked for all of the races last year. It will continue on working for all of the races this year. So if you guys do want to get the full yearly thing as well, you can feel free to do that. If you just want to get the $1 thing from Proton VPN, then that also works. But this is I would like to clarify, this is a one-time only offer for the Australian Grand Prix. Next week it's going to go up to $3 a month, and you're going to have to pay for the whole year in one go. So right now it's $1 a month. And it will expire.
You're experiencing some network difficulties. If it continues, they may remove you from the session.
Yeah, if you guys want it, now's the time to get it. You'll get the Australian Grand Prix, Chinese Grand Prix, and Japanese Grand Prix all for $1. Aston Martin still in
That was your fastest lap of the session. The car in P1 just set the fastest lap, 21.47.
Still up 5 positions as well. Also, ladies and gentlemen, who is your driver of the day today? Who is your driver of the day? Oh, Lewis is actually closing up quite a bit, actually. Yeah, Lewis has done a pretty good job after the pit stops. I think in the pit stops he was nearly 8 seconds back from Charles Leclerc, so he's closed that up from 8 seconds to 2.6 seconds, and just more consistent race laps overall. Charles Leclerc's a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up, a little bit down. Hamilton's consistently at the 122.6, 122.5, so steady progress there for Hamilton. I don't know if they're going to have a battle for the final race of the season, or for the final race of the season. Folks, it is like 5 a.m. here, so my brain's clearly still not working properly, but yeah, I don't think they're going to have a battle right the final few laps, but let's wait and see. Right, into Ferrari battle at the end of the race. They told Hamilton to keep pushing, and Hamilton said, yep, leave me to it, mate, thanks. So there probably shouldn't be too many more radios to Hamilton. Keep pushing, that's what he was saying. The VPN deal is $1 per month and $9.99 after the first month. You can just renew for the three-month thing. Like you can get the yearly contract afterwards. But yeah, it will renew onto the monthly one. But if you get the yearly one, it's $3 for the month. Yeah, a lot cheaper than Sky Sports. Yeah, it looks like 25% of the people are saying Max Verstappen for driver of the day, 15% for Charles Leclerc, 12% for George Russell. At least I'm awake this time. At least I am awake. Yeah, I don't know how I messed up yesterday and fell asleep. Well, I do know I was just incredibly exhausted. But it is good to be back. And today I've got 8 alarms to make sure that I didn't fall asleep. And to be honest, I didn't need a single alarm. I was so stressed out about not waking up for the stream. I woke up 3 hours early with my heart pounding, like, oh my god, have I missed the stream? Do you think Max can get Norris? Yeah, I think he can. With 6 laps left to go, he's just biding his time, though. Biding his time. Lindblad is going to get lapped. Yeah, we're having more than half the grid getting lapped here. That is the pace of the Mercedes. That is how spread out the grid is, right? The regulations are huge, and the teams have not figured out the internal details and little tricks and things like that, right? I showed you in the pre-show.
5 minutes to go.
Russell was only going in 8th gear in this straight, right? This straight.
New fast lap for you.
Straight that Russell goes in 8th gear. In everything else, he was going 7th gear for all of his quali laps. 7th gear down the main straight, 7th gear through here. Piastri was going 8th gear, and his RPMs were really low compared to Russell. He can't charge up his batteries effectively, and as a result, having some issues. So it is. I'm sure McLaren will change their gear ratios a little bit, maybe in a few races' time, and try and fix these problems. Stroll try and complete all the laps of the race even after all of the other drivers are finished? No, the way that they do it is once the lead driver is finished, you just finish your own lap. You finish the lap that you're on, and then that's the end of your race. You don't go on and continue an extra 12 laps or 15 laps, whatever it is. How much is the VPN? It's $1 for the month. Whatever currency it is, it all just translates over to $1.
The car in P9 just at the fastest lap, 21.288.
I'll have a think if I can figure something else out, but it's a bit tough. Is the VPN for the live race? Indeed it is. Okay.
That was your fastest lap of the session. The car in P1 just at the fastest lap, 21.233.
Back there, what's he done? Big mistake there in one of the sectors, because clearly on the previous lap there he is nearly a second slower than Norris, and Norris sets a 122.3. Norris picks up the pace also. I'm not going to say that Max just makes a mistake, but I think it's a combination of the two, and well, yeah, Max is now 1.8 seconds back with only 4 laps left to go. Will he be able to get the overtake done? It is full, no risk, full push for Max Verstappen right now. That's what he's got to do. Lance Stroll back into the pit lane. You recently said that you had a missing race and you jinxed yourself. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I definitely did just...
The car in front has gone off.
Jet Boat Racing just woke up. Oh my goodness me, bro, you have missed a lot of good action, a lot of good racing. The extended highlights are definitely one to watch for this one. The first in Charles Leclerc versus Russell versus Hamilton versus Antonelli. What a battle we had. What's my name? My name is Larry. Go follow me on Instagram. It's F1Game_official. I'll be posting a few things here and there. Yeah, indeed they will be. Oh, Gabriel Bortoletto, quickest across the line to 323 kilometers per hour as he goes across the line, deploying his overtake, trying to overtake Lindblad. Was that the optimal place to deploy his battery? Seems like it is within half a second now. The gap between Max and Norris 2 seconds now, because Max clearly can't close the gap back up again. He made a mistake and Norris pushed really hard on one lap, and yeah, that's about it really. After getting the VPN, where do I watch the race? It's Service TV, folks. Service TV, Austrian VPN server. There we go. Austrian VPN server, Service TV.
White flag, white flag.
Stroll doing more laps on soft tyres. I guess they paid for all of the soft tyres from Pirelli, so you might as well use all of them. Less than 2 seconds between Leclerc and Hamilton. Oh my goodness me. 2 laps remain of this race.
That car is a lap down.
And, well, George Russell is in the lead by 4.4 seconds ahead of his teammate. Does the VPN offer only last for 1 month? It does. And then once you finish, you can renew onto a $3 a month contract for the year. But if you just want to pay for $1, you totally can do that. You can pay for the $1 and cancel the subscription. So, yeah. Is Mercedes going to pit? Absolutely not. Yeah, there's no way they're pitting now at the end of this race. Okie dokes. We've got nearly 36,000 people tuned into the live stream. Much appreciated, folks. Hope you are all enjoying the coverage, and it's good to have you here watching the coverage on the F1 Game channel. Looks like we might again be the biggest live stream on YouTube. Yeah, more people watching than P1, Matt and Tommy. And yeah, good to see. And to be honest, we've got the hashtag best fans, as Lewis Hamilton would say, hashtag best fans watching it.
You got a slow car on the right. right, there's the checkered flag. Nice run, solid work.
So, Lewis Hamilton within 8/10 of Lindblad. We've got Verstappen within 2 seconds. Hamilton within 1.3. It's the final lap of the race. Hamilton is within 1 second of Charles Leclerc. Oh my goodness me. What is going on there? What is going on there? We have got Sergio Perez has been lapped 3 times now. Cadillac, 3 laps. They've been 3 laps down. That is how much they are back. Ooh. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. George Russell, he has been happy since pre-season testing. He has been smiling an awful lot, and that just shows the confidence that he has got in the Mercedes power unit. The team back at Brackley have done an incredible job with the power unit, getting that compression ratio up into 18:1, passing the FIA test. George Russell delivered an absolutely sensational qualifying lap yesterday to go 8/10 clear of the field. Mr. Saturday did his job on Saturday. He might even turn into Mr. Sunday because he has led brilliantly from the second stint onwards. He comes out of the final corner to win the first race in 2026. Are we entering the George Russell era? What a race this has been. What spectacular battles we had in the first few races. It's a first few laps. It's a Mercedes 1-2, George Russell P1, Antonelli P2. Charles Leclerc comes home in 3rd position, 6/10 ahead of his teammate Lewis Hamilton. It's a Ferrari 3-4. This year, they can fight. This year may just be Ferrari's year if they play their cards right. Lando Norris is in 5th position, 2.6 seconds clear of Max Verstappen, the driver that he beat to the world title last year, and Lando Norris is coming through the final few corners. The McLaren team have got a lot of work to do, but they've got the right power unit behind them, and it will be good to see what progress they can make going into China next week. Max Verstappen comes across the line in 6th position. That is not going to be too many points for him. His teammate Isaac Hadjar retires due to reliability issues, and Red Bull will not be so happy about that one. And that is the end of the race, folks. Only the top 6 drivers ended up on the lead lap, and we had Behrman getting lapped, Lindblad getting lapped, and well, what a race it has been. Audi score points on their debut with Gabriel Bortoletto in 9th position. We have got Gasly in 10th position as well. It's good to see them scoring points. Williams, unfortunately, no points scored for them. Same thing can be said for Cadillac. Same thing for Aston Martin. Great job, awesome drive from George Russell. And we've had 5 DNFs. In fact, 2 did not start. Piastri had a battery issue before the race even begun and crashed. Hulkenberg had a power unit issue before the race begun. Hadjar, Bottas and Alonso had issues during the race itself. And Stroll managed to complete the race 15 laps down. Okay. Well, that has been the Australian Grand Prix, folks. We will be back in 1 week's time in China. We will have the
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen. Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack.
Apa itu? Oh iya. Oke, oke. Nggak jenguk, nggak jenguk. Iya, betul. Hah? Melo apa? Ah. Dem. Nasib ngomongnya. Nasib kau takdir kau mana? Takdir kau. Melo. Ampun salah. Aku udah ngomong dada saya apa saya. Masalah biasa semua ada di pikiran. Semua itu ada di pikiran katanya. Lemak mandi pagi. Apa? Apanya? Oh tidak, itu kan emang udah baca di ini. Pening dah. Pening dah. Pening dah.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
Yang dolar Jakarta yang cewek yang botak itu siapa? Yang kena penyakit. Hah? Epi apa siapa tuh? Dolar siapa tuh? Oh. Oh. Ya dolar kita juga lah tetap.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
Ya, tetap dolar lah. Apa tidak?
Has fallen. Your top
The estimated strength of field is 1,294. Let's go points racing. Five cars left to grid.
Masih uangnya di sini. Di Jakarta masih. Iya. Ngapain duduk sana? Ngapain duduk sana? Oh. Ngapain belajar? Kevin baca juga. Baca lah Kevin. Hah? Baca.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid.
Ya kena kaki aja. Jebol. Cara nyimpen.
Waiting on the final car to grid.
Oh.
Green flag, green flag. Car right. Stay on the left. Still there, hold your line. You're on the left, 3 wide. Clear, right side, car right, 2 wide. Clear on the right.
Aso lama dipikir.
You got it, slow car on the right. There's an incident behind. Left side. Still there, hold your line. Still there, hold your line. Clear. Left side. Clear. Right side. Clear. Right side. Clear on the right. Ten minutes to go. on your left. Still there. New fastest lap for you. Clear. You've got wheel damage. Looks like one of your wheels is out of alignment. You'll have less grip out there. We got damage on the front end. Reduced aero might slow you down on the straight. You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 10 seconds. The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 1.7 seconds. 5 minutes to go. The car in P1 just set the fastest lap, 21.285. The leader just did a 25.198. That car is a lap down. Go right. You've got wheel damage. Looks like one of your wheels is out of alignment. You'll have less grip out there. All the damage is reduced.